What is up, everybody? How's it going? We got 8 people. We got Marty. Yes, face. Oh, yeah, we got to put this invite in, copy. Let's see if it'll post this time. What's up, James Morgan? Let's see if this goes up. There we go. This time it went much easier, Adam. What's up, Ern? How's it going, buddy? Whiskey Samurai, what's up, man? Poor Boys joined over from our local Facebook group here in Colorado. Marty, Zach, James Morgan. What's up, Ken? Scotch Down Under. Adriana. Buenos noches. Down in Puerto Rico. How you doing? I heard you're sitting at the beach. What's happening? All right, so we got once we get to 10 people in here, it was going to be cigar night, but it's just fucking cold, so I'm not going to do it tonight. We're going to probably do that next week. We do have a special guest. We have one more person in here, and I'll bring Adam and his new best friend in. He has a special visitor. Adriana, are you enjoying your family down there in Puerto Rico? This is some good shit right here. And we got Marty waiting. Marty, I'll bring you in here just a second as well, buddy. Hold on. I've been living my best life. Hammocks, beers, pina coladas, and beaches. Dang. I heard down southeastern United States, there's a lot of beaches at the gas station. Just kidding. Ooh, bad joke. All right, we got 12. I think it's time we bring in one of our co-hosts, Adam, and his new best friend. So we got Mr. Whiskey Shitz.
What's up, y'all?
And we have Mr. Whiskey Mountains in the house today, Nick Proman.
Nick Proman in the house.
What's up, Bourbon? Welcome, buddy.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
What's up, Adriana? Just chilling with your hubby tonight.
Adriana, he came on our live before he came on your live, just for the record.
Yep, and I'm in trouble because of that.
Yeah. What's up, Tony Two Toes?
Tony, what's up, buddy? James Morgan, Bourbon in the house. What's up, guys?
Yeah, I pinned the link here. We got Marty sleeping in the green room back here. We're going to let him in just a second.
Yes, that sugar kitty, exactly. Prick Noman.
We tried to add that to the name, but it was too many characters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you already yelled at him? You need to jump on here, Adriana. All right. Should we bring Marty in to say hi to Whiskey Nose out of Tennessee?
Don't worry, Adriana. I'll stab him so he feels like he's at home.
Basically, yes.
So this is the big surprise guest we had waiting for you guys, Nick Proman. He's always hiding in the background, like handing Adriana drinks.
He literally walked to my house from his house. That's how close he lives.
Is he going to be able to walk home?
I don't know.
I walk better drunk. I walk better drunk. Yeah. Shit. All right, I'm going to bring in Whiskey Nose here. Oh, yeah, I got somebody waiting in the back room, too, that I'm excited to bring on. He's local to another Colorado boy over here.
One of your guys?
Yeah, one of my guys. This is the guy I went over to his house and took a picture. That's where we did we pasted some of his old fits and Weller Foolproof, and he's got a nice selection over there with his wife in the front looking. I can see her peeking in.
Looks like he's got a collection there too.
Yeah, he's got a nice little bar. What's up, Andy?
What up? How you fellas doing?
Andy, what's up, man? Cheers.
How you doing, sir? Cheers. I'm almost out. I need a refresher.
And you're not feeling well, right? Is that what you were saying?
I am not feeling well. I've been sick for the past 3 days.
Do you have the vid?
No vid. I think it's more of an ear infection. So.
Oh wow, very cool.
That's what I'm saying.
So what's your prized possession back there, Andy? Like I mean, that you can show. Like, I know not everything you have you display.
I don't think she wants to be on camera though.
Good answer.
So
Good answer.
Marvin.
So on here we have Whiskey Nose. If you haven't gone to Whiskey Nose channel, definitely check out his channel. We'll have one of the wrenches post a link in there. I think Mash and Drum's still going on with Trev right now, so we still have not everybody here, but we will once everybody gets here, we'll do more of that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, the McLeods since 2021. Did you guys just get married?
No. Hell, we've been married almost 12 years. There he is. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got it, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. So what are you guys drinking? Adam, you said you guys were pre-gaming.
Yeah, so we're doing a little bit of rye night. We were comparing that High West pick with the Midwinters like me and you did.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
we're on some E.H. Taylor straight rye.
So you did. So Nick, which one did you like better, the Rendezvous or the Midwinter Nights Dram?
Midwinters, actually, just
Dude.
by a hair.
We both picked Midwinters.
Yeah.
In the blind? You did it blind? Oh, nice.
Well, sort of, no. I guess we knew which ones we were drinking, but I'm so far down in that Rendezvous bottle, like the Midwinter was just better tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm drinking. What's up, Big League Bourbon? How's it going, buddy?
Read his comment.
This one. I'll show it
Is
for
that
you, Mike.
Grease and Will? Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Hey, Jerry.
I think you're Grease.
So what did you pour, Andy? I know you're mixing tonight.
I was mixing, and then the wife stopped me. Right now is that Dickel 15-year store.
Oh, yeah,
pick.
the store pick from Dave Co.,
Yeah,
right?
Listen, that is a tasty pour right there. Sick or not, I'm excited to come back to that because it's tasty now. So it's very
Yeah,
good.
I like, and so he was taking like requests on what he should pour, in the live stream he was doing on Facebook, and somebody tried to get him to, in his mind, tried to get him to mix E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof with Coke Zero, which when he said that, that person immediately said, "No, don't mix it." So that was good.
It's only whiskey, fellas, and it's meant to be drink however you want to. I don't mix drinks, though. I do it to get a rise out of people. And I'm sick, so it's funny to me right now.
What's up, Big League? Bourbon in the house, Jerry Black, John T, and Julie L.
Do we want to announce what we have coming from the Big League is helping us out with?
Yeah, you got a picture ready?
You want me to pull up a picture? All right, hold on.
Do it.
Yeah,
Hold on. Yeah, you carry the show while I find the picture here.
Oh yeah, dude, no problem. What's everybody drinking on tonight in the chat?
Let's do that OF 150. You can bring it over here. We've been going to
That's a question for you, Mike.
I just answered her
Oh, did you?
because I am.
He's just paying attention to chat on his phone rather than.
Oh,
on
yeah.
screen here.
Yeah, sure. He's texting Adriana. He's got some making up to do.
Or your butts in
Hey,
there.
but we all see what she said. You need to actually verbalize it to the audience.
Yeah, I guess Rendezvous pick was good and a lot better than the normal one that
Oh,
we had.
man.
So we've got some shirts, and just out of respect for Friday night that we did last, we'll bring it up again. But
That's awesome.
we did just put in an order. We should have quite a few of these. If you guys are interested, you can email us at Livewire Whiskey. We should get them in sometime next week, late next week maybe. Chris, Big League Bourbon, did the helped us with the design, and his company is actually helping us make them. So pretty cool that we're doing these shirts. We thought it would be kind of fun for those that want it. We're even getting Adriana. We're even getting some ladies shirts, so it's not going to be just men's t-shirts. So
It's pretty similar to that design.
We have had a couple ladies have a few too many on our stream. I think
Let's have bourbon.
ladies in the chat, perhaps.
Oh,
And
Julie
Michelle.
L's in the house.
What's up,
Julie L, you
Julie?
should join the live stream. What do you got here? Hold that up.
I
Oops,
think we
missed
need to
that.
explain to Julie. She's never watched one of our lives. Ooh, is that a 150?
Yeah, doggy. It's batch 3.
Oh,
Ooh.
dang. Batch 3.
Wow.
I still don't know his supplier, for the record.
It's you.
Yeah. I told them already my supplier kind of dried up.
No. You just need to find another one. I saw your mail stuff, dude. That was mail call for sure.
Oh, yeah. The mail call. That was Bourbon. He's in chat. He had that. He wants it. He wants one of the shirts with the date on it. Problem is, like, that was just one day, buddy. That was just one day.
There it is. There it
What's
is.
the pour date on that? What's the dump date? Sorry.
November 9th, bottling date.
Say that all right around
We're
the
done. What's going on?
We got Jerry Garcia in the house. Bourbon, you're on
132.5.
screen, so don't start undressing again.
I like your ice cream, brother. Good.
Had to say,
Julielle,
Bourbon?
Adriana, we want to apologize in advance in case, what could happen coming up, just so you know.
Hey, so you must watch our streams, American Lowballs, to understand that reference.
Which reference? I'm sorry.
The ice cream reference, the Jerry Garcia.
Oh, I thought you said Cherry Garcia. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he
Is
could
wearing
be
a
that
red
shirt.
I just thought. My bad.
For the record, he's not the real Jerry Garcia.
Oh, for real?
He's just one of his bastard sons.
Or is he?
Yeah.
It's his twin brother, Henry Garcia.
Hey, Cheech, what's up, buddy? You going to join tonight? We'll get Julielle on one of these. This is the first time we've seen her in chat since we started doing this. She didn't even know. Julie
Yeah,
L, do you
Cheech.
recognize Mr. Whiskey Mountains in here? Nobody recognizes because this is his first time on live stream.
I was thinking, since Adriana's
Yes, it
Whiskey
is.
Mountain, maybe we should call him Old Nick Van Winkle.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
We can change it throughout the night. We can do whatever we want.
You know,
Exactly.
the mountain man just
like
sleeping,
rotating the neck.
randomly sleeping places. Huh?
That's pretty funny. Yeah,
That's
she didn't
never-
know. We know you didn't know, Julia. We know.
Yeah, Cheech, whenever you want to hop in. Chris Luddig, you're welcome to jump in also, buddy, anytime.
He said he's doing some editing tonight or illustrating tonight, so he's working on our hats.
Got to make that money.
We're not doing a huge batch of hats, though. We're just doing a few hats.
I thought you guys were going to wait for the logo change.
Maybe. We don't know if we're going to change the logo. We got to work with Chris on that. That's not something
Oh, please.
imminent.
Chris will spend 5 minutes on it, and he'll kill it.
Yeah.
I've changed
Yeah, I
mine
mean,
3 times.
I think my logo took him like 12 minutes, so.
Yeah, he's making a tatter sticker. I don't speak that kind of lingo to know what that means.
Is Jason still on?
Oh, no. We got Andy's bestie from the trailer park in Kansas.
Oh, well, yeah.
Fancy trailer park.
Is
I
Jason
know, I
Stole
was-
my hair. He
Oh, no,
stole
we got
my hair
another
on top.
Colorado guy?
From the trailer park in Kansas.
Oh, well, yeah.
Somebody's got you.
You got to mute it, buddy. Dave, you got to mute YouTube.
Stole my hair.
I'm
There you
muted.
go.
It's not
Just mute
it's not
your
the trailer
YouTube, and then
park,
we
it's
can-
the tornado that sucked up the trailer park. That's where
Yeah.
he's coming from.
Nope.
Still got to mute it there, Dave.
So is that
I'm
another
mute-
Colorado boy?
Yeah, so he
Well,
got. You got to mute YouTube. StreamYard has its own sound. You can just close YouTube down in the background.
Wow, so we got 24 people watching with Mashing Drums still alive, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
What's up, Tim
dang.
Morris?
Everybody wants to watch the common folk.
We brought 4 of our followers.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
So Andy and Dave do a Facebook stream, typically Northern Colorado whiskey group.
I don't know.
But it's Poor Boys, so you can check out Dave because you don't have to be Northern Colorado to see it. You can follow Poor Boys. He used to be Colorado. Now he is in Kansas. I don't know where in Kansas, other than the trailer park that has basements. You're muted, Dave. Hold on. Still muted. Hold on. Okay, he's still muted. I don't know. Oh, you muted yourself, Dave. I can't unmute you when you mute you.
Hey.
There you are.
It's working. Okay. So anyway, Dave and Andy do Poor Boys on Facebook. So I definitely recommend looking up on Facebook and seeing if you guys can find them. It's pretty fun. They like to do rate pours. I'll let you guys talk about it. Go ahead, Dave. Tell us what you guys do on your channel.
What do we do, Dave?
So it's kind of weird. I mean, normally on our channel, we would both crack a bottle together. Before I moved to Kansas, we would both crack a bottle and kind of do a thing where I'm the dumb guy. I don't really know anything. So I would read like the bottle. Like I'd read like the labels and be like, hey, this is what it says. And Andy would actually come in with knowledge, and then we would drink it and kind of give our notes and our reviews on it. Then we would do a 1 out of 5 or 0 out of 5 pour rating. And I would always give a 3 to a 3.5 and then tell you why it sucked. That was kind of my gimmick. And now I'm in Kansas, and now we're just, man.
And it was hard until you found StreamYard somehow.
Somehow we found StreamYard. I think we know a guy that told us about StreamYard. And now we're here.
Well, very cool. So if you guys don't check us out very often, I know you've seen a couple, maybe at least for a little bit. This is really designed to be pub-like atmosphere. So we kind of, people come, people go. You talk whiskey, you talk, baseball, football, whatever.
You told me we talk religion and politics, dude. What?
Yeah,
this is whiskey.
That does happen. Yeah, it's usually like, what do you mean the tariff on Scotch? That kind of thing. But that's the extent of our politics, really.
Yeah.
So what are you guys drinking tonight? Is there a theme for your guys' your stream tonight that I should be jumping onto? Or
nope. So
yeah, it's always what you can get your hand on the fastest.
We like to pop something usually when we do this, but Wednesday isn't our normal night. We're filling in for Stanley Wagner at the Mash Bill, and so
taking over whatever.
Yeah, we're filling in. No, he'll be back in a couple weeks, but yeah. So I'm gonna pop some Chattanooga 111.
Nice.
And I was drinking some Balcones single malt.
I'm gonna pour some Michter's barrel strength.
Wow.
All right, so I gotta tell you, Mr. Whiskey Shitz. I think that's you, Mr. Whiskey Shitz.
Yep. He's the eye candy
strength.
on Shitz and Stahl.
I passed up on one for $120 because I was like, man, it's just over what I think I should pay. And like pulling away from that parking lot was the hardest thing I ever had to do.
Yeah, we tell people that, Dave, all the time. We tell people that all the time. If you make that decision, there's nothing wrong with that decision.
Yeah, you should not buy that shit ever,
No.
Dave.
Unless you're
going to send it to me.
At the door.
More for the rest of us.
Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is only in Cheyenne. So these bastards, just so you guys know who these guys are, when I first met them, we're talking about store picks and this store called Daveco, which has 2 stores in Colorado. And I'm like, oh, where did you get that store pick? And they're like, Daveco in Cheyenne.
Daveco in Cheyenne?
And like, I was ready to go to Daveco in Cheyenne the next day. And I'm like, I can't fucking find Daveco in Cheyenne. And I'm like sending Andy a message on Facebook. I'm like, where the hell is Daveco in Cheyenne? And he's like, dude. So yeah, it was, I was kind of a sucker there. That's for sure. Yeah.
It happens every now and again.
Quick question for you fellas, though. What's your favorite pour? What's the most you'll spend on something, even though you know you're overspending on it if you see it on a shelf?
I would do that with George T. Stagg 2020 again.
What would you spend on it?
I would probably go to 400 on it if I saw it again.
Would you see it on the shelf for 400?
No, you can't see it on the shelf. That would be a secondary you'd see somewhere if somebody didn't know what they had, maybe, or kind of knew.
Did you buy one?
Would you spend 700 on it?
No, I wouldn't spend 7. I'd probably only go up to 300 to be honest, just because I've had one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that one's my favorite bottle. You know, just in general, is the 2020 GTS.
What else? What's everybody else gonna overspend on?
Elmer,
Bourbon, show him your freaking bottle that you bought. That Dusty you bought.
Which one?
That one you had to filter out because the cork had like disintegrated.
Oh, that one. I don't know if that's my best bottle.
What's your best bottle, Bourbon? He's got a lot of shit. So Bourbon lives
not
in
best
New
bottle.
York.
What you enjoy drinking that if you saw on a shelf and you know you were overpaying for it, you would still overpay for it because you had it and wanted it.
Dude, this isn't all of it, so it's kind of hard to say.
What about you, Marty?
I'd probably Elmer T. To be honest,
What would you spend on it?
I'd go up to 150.
150?
Yeah, and the reason being is it's my dad's favorite, and he has no access to buy it. I have to, hustle to get it. So anytime I have a chance, I jump on it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What would you overpay for?
Me, myself?
Yeah.
I've overpaid for a lot. But I'm going to tell you this. Everything I've overpaid for, I've opened almost immediately and I've drank it. And if it comes down to it, it would be the old Fitz, those bottles, the bottled in bonds. I would overpay for those all day, any day, anytime I saw them.
Oh, my God, that's awesome. And my wife's doing hers now. My wife is doing hers now. I need the shirt.
If you guys have not subscribed to Adriana's channel, you're a freaking wanker. Whiskey Mountains.
No, dude, you got to say bloody wanker.
Yeah, bloody wanker.
Bloody
So Whiskey Mountains on YouTube is awesome. She hikes through, goes on amazing hikes, winter or summer, doesn't matter. And she tastes whiskey on location up on the trails. So definitely worth. I'm a little disappointed she's not doing one on the beach because the beach has feelings too, but maybe she'll do a rum. She's down visiting her family in Puerto Rico. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very true.
yeah, Bourbon doesn't usually overpay for anything. I don't know what it is. Everything I find here in Colorado is more expensive than what these assholes find shit for.
Well,
That's
because
because we're in Colorado.
I walk on a lot of stuff, but there's also within like 60 miles, 5,000 liquor stores here. So within like a 60-mile radius. So
And that's-
Where are you at, Bourbon?
New York.
Oh,
What do you go into a liquor store and like, this is what I'm looking for? Like, what do you go in and you want?
He finds shit on the shelf.
No, but what does he want? What are you going and looking for?
I mean, this week it's Old Carter because it's getting released here between today and tomorrow.
Hey, Bourbon.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to just get one. But believe me, I know if I can get my hands on 2, 3, or 4, I'll be doing it.
But we're best friends.
I know. We'll see what happens.
Bourbon.
Remember when I brushed your back?
Credit
Impressions
cards
are
idle.
important, though. I'll give you my address, okay?
Chris, you better not have access to that, dude. Holding out on me.
Big League Bourbon, if I can't even speak. If you can get it for $90, you do it. I guarantee you
I
there's
do have bottles I've overpaid for, but I wouldn't do it again.
Like what?
Old
Cool.
Rip
Just
10.
name one. Name one.
Old Rip 10,
Yeah? What did you pay for it, though?
$280.
Oh, my God. I won that in a lottery.
Hey, Will.
My wife won it in a lottery. We paid $70 for it. Opened
Right.
it, drank it. It's a $70 bottle of whiskey for sure.
This was on release day. I hunted all day, and I finally found someone who wanted less than $400.
That's what he paid, Mike.
And he doesn't even like it.
Crazy. Congrats, buddy.
That old Rip 10 though, like we did a blind taste or a blind against Weller Antique 107, and you could hardly taste the difference. Like Andy tasted the difference, and there were 3 others, me and 2 other guys, and Andy was the only one that could pick out the old Rip.
I think I like Antique better, truthfully.
Dang, that's crazy.
Eric Thompson paid $155.
Will get traded for. I've never opened it. I've had pours elsewhere, and I'll probably end up trading that bottle.
You want to trade? What do you got? Do it.
Yeah, hey, everybody that's coming over from Jason's stream, Mash and Drum, welcome to the pub. We're just here talking about how much we overpaid for bottles in the past, and
yeah, what else would I over? I mean, I did overpay.
I overpay a lot sometimes just because it's easier to overpay when you find it.
At the same time, it's not overpaying because if I want to get rid of that bottle any day, it's actually under what any idiot off the street will pay for it.
Yeah.
Let me ask this: what's the going rate for Blood Oath right now? I had a bottle offered to me today for $140, and that included tax.
I'm going to do this for you, Aiden.
That's fine.
Hey, my cock small. I said that for you, Aiden. I know you didn't get the love from Jason.
So what is Aiden's deal with you, Mike?
Nothing.
I know, like you weren't around, and he went after your wife or something.
He was joking. He was just playing. It was fine. He's more than been apologetic. There's absolutely no hard feelings at all. He was trying to be funny. He didn't know I was not on the stream, so it's all good. But he does make funny names, and so my cock small is a pretty funny one.
Did y'all catch what I said a second ago?
I mean, I
no, sorry, Marty.
See,
okay.
so, you know.
Burr Ben can probably help me more than anybody. I got offered a bottle of the Blood Oath today for $140, and I turned it down.
$140. That's pretty good for. I saw it here for $190.
It is good, man.
For what batch? For what pack?
He didn't tell me. It's just what he got in yesterday, so it's got to be the newest.
So it's 7.
It's probably 7.
It's 7.
Yeah.
It hasn't dropped here yet, but I've been hearing people paying around $120. So I mean, if you really want it, $20 ain't a big premium. I believe MSRP on the old batches was $99, but it was supposedly going up. I don't know if it actually did.
100 to 110 is right around ballpark for that.
But that was for 5 and 6. 7 supposedly MSRP went up. So, but I've been seeing prices are pretty close to that.
It's at the shelf for 110 around here.
Top Shelf told me no. I did good.
What's up, Tito?
Not much. What's going on?
Tito.
About to finally have my first pour of the day.
Damn, somebody's got back to school night. Just kidding.
What time is it?
Oh, I'm West Coast. It's only 8:30.
Yeah, it's 8:30. He's fine.
Okay. All right.
Shot.
Yeah, you got to catch up, buddy. So yeah, this is pretty good. I gotta say, it's different, man. This stuff is different.
Hang on, Mike.
I almost got the port cask. So we have the low proof and then the port cask 95 proof or whatever it is. Are you muted, Adam? I can't hear you.
Adam, if you're muted and you muted yourself, he can't fix that. Trust me, I know.
He has access to the dashboard. So
That it, Mike?
yeah, buddy, that's it. So this is something you'll like, Dave and Andy. So Tito down at the bottom here, he puts marbles in his body. In his body.
In my bottles, not my body.
Marbles in his body.
I put marbles in my body to weigh me down. That's all.
That was great.
The anal
I'm having a reaction.
shut up. That's for sure.
Bounce off.
Yeah, so he puts marbles in his bottle.
In his body.
Yeah, so that they don't, the air doesn't get to them and cause issues.
All right. What
So
kind
it
of
doesn't
marbles
change.
talking about here?
I just cheap glass marbles off of Amazon, and it's just like when it gets down to the neck, like to the shoulder, kind of where I want it to sit. Just as I drink it down, just so like when the bottle gets below half, they like pour it in a smaller bottle and all that. I like it in the original bottles that they came with the label. So as it goes down, just throw some marbles in there to keep it up around the top of the neck or the top of the shoulder or wherever I want it. If I want it to develop more, I'll let it go a little lower for a little longer. And just
That's great until you do a bottle chug, Tito.
yeah. That was
He
bad.
did a bottle chug.
Full on hit the back of the throat, and I was like,
Then he did have a marble in his body.
But what does your poop look like?
That was the best.
It's got these little glass shards in it. I don't know.
Did you say glass shards?
Yeah, I was just kidding.
Hey, you can jump on, buddy. We're
What's up,
totally
buddy?
good.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Whoa, man. Get out of the tent, brother.
Whoa, man.
Yeah, we're totally good, and don't worry, buddy.
We're
Now
just
it's a party.
paranormal activity on that bottom camera.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
what are you
got Tony
doing? Are you
Tito.
Blair Witching right now?
It kind of is genius, Adriana. Like the logic is solid on that whole marble idea. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah, it just
I'm
makes
weird.
noise.
I'm weird, so it's okay.
But
love
are
you,
you fishing for your whiskey? That's what I want to know.
What was that?
Is dude fishing for his whiskey right now? Like, where's he at?
Tony Two Toes, yeah,
He's camping out for Brent.
yeah. Tony Two Toes is out by the lake right now.
Look, I think
No, there's a mess back there. I don't want you guys seeing all the shit that's behind me.
Dude, have you seen Burbens?
Oh, yeah, but he has
Give
a
a
shelf
shit.
at the very least.
Yeah, where'd Burpin go?
He had to change shirts.
Hey, Mike, I have
He's wearing shirts today? What's up with
Got
that?
through the first one already? Damn. It's like
Yeah,
Hey,
Aiden,
what's the
Aiden, here, I'll post.
Wow, that couch is disgusting. Yeah, black it out. Let's go.
Looks like a casting couch.
Yeah, Aiden, go ahead and email me, dude. That's not
Adriana.
pull a try.
More like
What's up,
casting
William?
couch.
I'll bet.
Yeah,
Mike Stahl will then
Blair
know.
Witch vibe, Tony.
Yeah.
Don't start crying into your camera.
Yeah,
He's the
well,
first person I've ever heard Top Shelf Dustin. That doesn't mean he's the first person ever. I heard King John III did it.
And Dave's out.
It's good enough for King John III. I'm sure I'm not. The bottle's made of glass. Marbles are made of glass. It just made sense. If the whiskey's not going to react with the bottle, it's not going to react with the marbles.
Absolutely.
Dude, the logic is solid. We weren't arguing the logic. We're just arguing, like, who thinks of that shit? Like,
Someone who's insane like me. It comes out of insanity. There's no other source.
Hey, so Mike Cox Small,
Cheers, Tim.
turn off top chat and turn on live chat, and you'll see the email. I put it in chat.
hey, we got space if anybody wants to hop on, too.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We definitely have room. It's a pub, so we've got 4 spots left if anybody else wants to come in. Yeah, definitely everybody hit that like button. It helps. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Adriana, if you join from the beach, we're not going to let you in. Just so you
She's
know.
at the beach right now? Nice.
Yeah, in Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's right.
Technically, it's an island.
No,
Yeah.
Great Salt
An
Lake.
island off an island.
Great Salt Lake Beach.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Marty? How you liking your Chattanooga, buddy?
Hey, that counts. W.
I
O'Neill.
love it.
William.
There's not been one that they've made I don't like, and I've been there like 3 times, and every time I go, it's always a great experience. I really like that.
So how's
distillery.
this compared to the port cast? This is different, dude.
Yeah, this has a little more hug to it than the port. Of course, the Heat 111 does that for you, but this
And
one-
it's
this
what,
one-
like $44, something like
yeah,
that.
oh yeah. Their stuff is not going to rape your back pocket by any means.
Break your neck, buddy.
Man, it's pretty good. Like it's nothing like Dickel for being Tennessee.
Well, you've got the best Dickel bottle, you and Adam. So
I do.
Oh, was that the pick right there?
No, I don't. Right now I'm drinking Chattanooga.
yeah, we're on Chattanooga 111.
Are you drinking down there in Puerto Rico, Adriana?
Hey, Mike and Adam, have we been drinking for like 6 days straight now?
6
I don't
days,
know,
60
they all
days.
blend together at some point.
I was like, I got to work today, and I said, I'm not going to do anything tonight. Well,
Yeah, that worked out.
Here you are.
Yeah,
2 straight
remember
nights I
we're
was
both
up
in
till
it.
2 a.m. on private stream, so I'm like, I'm dying.
Oh, I was on.
Have
Hey,
other
let's do
people
it again.
You send that sample that to Rob.
have other people jumped on my marble idea? Because I needed to order some more, and they've gone like way up on Amazon. Like way up.
It's the cost of oil. Oh wait.
Yeah.
I'll trade you some marbles for some whiskey.
Make sure you clean those marbles for the record.
Oh yeah.
No, it's a fair trade. Come on. They're aged marbles.
They're aged marbles. I'm low. I'm sure I have like 20,000 marbles between the different bottles.
Tony, can't hear you. Where'd Dave go? He had to bail?
Dave. He probably passed out and headbutted his computer off.
Might have been a tornado heading toward the trailer
Yeah.
park. He doesn't live in a trailer park, but I tease him about it all the time.
No, but he does live in the tornado.
That's pretty funny.
And he does wear ruby slippers. So anything could have
So
happened.
Andy, I also tell them about how like Colorado is delayed. So we don't get the good shit like Foregate or Old Carter or any of that shit, but also everything we get is like at least one release behind. So like we're just about to start getting A121s.
You don't have that yet?
So I got a Larceny A121. Was it last week, Adam? Down out of Daveco in Brighton, not Thornton, but Brighton.
Okay.
And then I have not seen an A121 Elijah Craig here, but Adam got me one in Utah.
So you have one?
Yeah.
Communicate more. We are behind for sure. Colorado is delayed. We will get it, and we'll always be a season off for whatever comes out here. I know how to get it before and ahead of time. So if you let me know what you're looking for, I can help you get those things.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like my ECBP A121 for sure. Where Ben had to drop off, he's having an allergic reaction of some sort.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
that's not good.
That's not
Oh
good.
God,
Let us know if you hear how he's doing. We definitely.
prayers to Burbin.
He thinks it might be the pho that he had tonight. I don't know. I'll let you guys know as I get more updates.
Dude, New
All
York
right.
pho, I can only imagine.
Are you sure
yeah,
you got
really.
the money he paid on the old RIP 10?
Yeah, he might be
Too
out.
soon. That's too soon. I'm sorry. I never met him. I'm sorry. Too soon.
YPC,
you,
are you
Logan
working
Baller.
tonight? So YPC is always drinking, and he's a pilot, man. He's always at work. And Jim
Midair.
Morris is not on.
Hey,
Jim
Jim.
Morris is a wise guy, for the record. He's actually in the mob. So that's why he drinks scotch. But you're not allowed to say that on the internet. So it wasn't me that did that.
Who in here really enjoys scotch, though? Raise a hands.
I like it, yeah.
Not so much. Not so much.
Not so much for me either.
Yeah. You get
Not
it.
everybody's
And
cool,
then you're
man.
like, fucking, nope, don't like it.
Yeah, not everybody's cool, bro.
I've got 3 bottles. So
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, my
Me too.
scotch
High five. Cyber high five, brother.
Yeah. my scotch to bourbon ratio is about 50-1, but
mine is 298 to 3.
yeah.
Ooh, shit.
I'm
What
sitting
what
around-
scotch do you have on hand, though, dude? What do you have?
I've got Monkey Shoulder. I've got Glenfiddich.
Which year? 14?
Shit. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I've got Bercolotti, I've got the Heavy Peat, and then I've got that real chartreuse bottle. The Port Charlotte 10, the Heavy Peat. And
Thank you, Adriana. I missed you and I love you.
Oh, that's sweet.
So sweet.
That's sweet.
Oh my God, get a room.
the classic latte. I love it.
Newlyweds.
I'm just
Awesome.
kidding. Hey, what's up, JD? I don't know if you were in before, but I just saw you in here. So, and Jerry Black. I don't know if I said hi to you as well. Yeah, Will O'Neill, you need to jump on here, buddy. I know you're not camera shy.
So I definitely have to thank Burben for this one. Gonna crack into my Chattanooga 111 with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, money,
Cheers.
money, bud.
Cheers.
I love it when you find something like that that's kind of a good value, you know, and still complex, and that's pretty good.
I want to try the tequila barrel finish.
Ooh, yeah.
Tequila barrel finish.
Yeah, it just came out.
I know a guy. I know a guy.
Good night, Adriana. Thanks for showing up.
Bye, Adriana.
Have a good trip, young lady.
Good night.
We better see a video from the beach.
Good night, Boricua.
Boricua.
What were you saying, Mike?
About which?
I don't know.
I
Second
can't
ago.
remember. I'm sure it was
I was
brilliant.
talking about the tequila barrel.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure I would like the tequila barrel finish.
I think it'll be a really heavy back end on it.
Yeah,
I know Jason Mash and Drum was doing a review live on one of his lives, and speaking of the devil, he can give us a live review or his live
I'm out.
thoughts of the Chattanooga tequila right here.
There he is.
What's up, Jason? How are you?
Jason?
What's up, Jason?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, look at wait. Can you guys hold on?
Nice.
Look at his like over his shoulder.
Yeah.
All those old
Four
cars.
gate and old Carters.
Like that's
His shoulders look jacked, dude. That
And
shirt
the
is
Four Roses LE. Damn, dude.
And that was
yeah.
a
He's
gift.
got
That's badass.
at least
Talk
one
about the
4
gift,
gate,
Jake.
2 old Carters, 4 Roses LE. If that's Angel's Envy cask strength, you're really showing off.
No, it's an Angel's Envy store pick.
Oh, okay.
And I have
Mike,
I have
the whole left
another.
side is just the middle finger poined at you.
This is
Yeah.
this is the one that's going to really help me flex. This is a 4-gate, 8-year NGP rye that's not even out yet.
Is that my mash and drum pick?
No, this isn't
Not
the
yet.
this isn't
Oh.
the pick. This is the actual 4-gate.
When's the pick dropping? When's it opening up to Patreon?
Like pretty much in the next, from what we were told today, within the next week and a half.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Dude, that one's gonna go fast. I might have to be your bigger
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah, I mean it's an 8-year MGP toasted barrel for like 33 days. It's ridiculous.
The only thing we have going for us on that is it's an expensive bottle, so everybody
Yeah.
may not flock to it as fast.
I'm hoping
Yeah,
it
it's,
drops
yeah.
down.
Unfortunately, as you guys know, with anything Four Roses, it's pricey. And being a pick, what's interesting though is they released 2 picks on Bourbon Outfitter and also Justin's House of Bourbon and Sealbox are doing their own picks. It's a 6-year rye that's toasted, but it's the same price as ours. So if there's anything, you guys can wait on those and then get the one that Scott and I are doing because that's an 8-year MGP.
Can we do both?
What's up, Trev?
Or do both, but you know.
But we're not, the likes with old Carter.
Hop back on, Trev.
Yeah, I keep buying old Carters. It's
Suck it, Trev, unless you get on.
it's a very bad habit, but a good habit at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, guys, if you had this,
Chattanooga 1816. Nope.
I've had 1816, but I haven't had that Solera barrel finish.
it's solid. Man, it's solid.
Yeah.
Mash, may I ask you a question, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, man.
What is the one bottle that you will overpay for if you see it? What will you overpay for?
King of Kentucky.
Blanton's.
Yeah.
Loves his horses.
$56 for Blanton.
Yeah, I love my. I'm still missing the A. I gotta get my A.
I've been looking for the W for so long, I can't find that stupid W.
Yeah, King in Kentucky, hands down, is the bottle that I would overpay for because
that's the unicorn.
That's my unicorn because it's one of those bottles that I never see. It's
like he's confused.
It's always here in Ohio, it's a lottery. Jason is the ultimate tater. It would easily be King of Kentucky. That would be the one bottle that I would want to own that I never see it. I can't. My hookups in New York don't get those bottles either, so I haven't been able to get my hands on one.
Oh, so
Dude,
I'm
I'm pretty sure Top Shelf Dustin uses one as his mic stand.
Yeah, Top Shelf Dustin has about 14 of them.
Mouthwash.
He can go fuck himself.
Yeah. No, he was here earlier. I think he's still in the
Hey,
chat.
Jason, did you notice our special guest sitting with Adam today?
Sitting with Adam.
Mr. Whiskey Shit.
Yeah, with Whiskey
Two up
Shit.
from you.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, Mr. that's Adriana's husband?
Yes.
Holy
Nick Perman,
shit.
yeah.
We're neighbors.
Yeah, she's in Puerto Rico right now.
Oh,
So
is she?
I'm alone with this guy.
We know what you're thinking, right?
She's
He's
digging
digging it up.
She's digging in on some mofungo, isn't she?
It's an
Oh,
epic
yeah.
stream,
Oh,
man. It's now an
yeah.
epic stream.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to meet you. She talks about you a lot. I've talked to her through email. I sent her that Knob Creek 15 pick. I know she loved that.
Trust me, she loves it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool, man. That's awesome to meet you.
So you're still drinking, Jason. What are you drinking?
I'm finishing off that barrel bourbon batch B, but I'm about to open. If you guys want me to open any of these bottles, what do you want me to open? I'll give you a quick review.
Yeah, so let's vote. What
That
are
new
they?
rye that's not
Let's
released.
see.
Hey, can you tell us about the Chattanooga tequila barrel real quick?
Oh, the Chattanooga tequila?
Yeah, because
That's
we
right
were just talking about it as you were coming on, and guys were wondering about
Yeah,
I was talking about how you reviewed it live.
Yeah, so here's the I'll give you a close up of the bottle here. You guys can check that
Your
out.
eyes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jason, is it a back ender? Does it get more on the back end because of the tequila?
The tequila for me on this one doesn't show up until the back end. It's very front loaded for me with a lot of like honeycomb. Like if you've ever had pure honeycomb,
Yeah. Sounds delicious, man.
it's extremely honey, and again you get that typical Chattanooga, like that nice like medium to burnt toast like note on it, a little bit of like butter, but I mean it's a lot of honey. It's floral, but on the palate though, especially on the back end, is where you get all the tequila notes. You get all the agave and all that stuff comes through.
Nice.
Oh yeah, all the tequila finish is on like the late to back palate on this thing. It's one of those whiskeys I think where if you enjoy tequila, you would appreciate it. But even if you have an aversion to tequila, that you would still enjoy this. So I think they did a really good job with it. It's not overly, it's not an overly finished tequila barrel at all.
Do you enjoy that bottle better than the port finish?
No, I love the port finish, dude. That port
Yeah.
finish is
I
awesome.
love it, man.
Shit, I almost bought the port, but I bought the 111 today. I don't know.
Yeah, the 111 is awesome. The port finish, I think they did a really great. I just think the way they do their mash bills, the high malt, it just really went well with the port. So it was really good.
So which one are you going to crack then, or did you just crack the tequila?
Well, I didn't crack that. So bottles like don't have open right now. I haven't opened this is the old Carter Batch 9. This is the old Carter Batch 10. I have the Four Roses Limited LE from last year, from 2020. Or I could crack open the Four Gate rye that's not even released yet. So which one out of those four?
Duh.
Four Gate.
Unreleased rye.
Yeah, Four Gate.
Four Gate rye? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna crack something special too.
All right, cool.
I just cracked my ass when I sat back down.
Yeah, so some finishes. So I opened that Bardstown Prisoner today, man. It was like drinking Merlot.
Oh yeah.
So wine forward.
Like I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm drinking wine. I got to watch out for this because I could see you pouring that in a wine glass and just like all of a sudden you're fucked up.
So to answer a question in the chat, this it does say the finishing is XA extra añejo barrels. That's what it was finished in.
Oh,
What's up, Anthony? Are you still camping, Anthony?
He's always camping.
Yeah, and I agree with Jeffrey. That port finish, the Chattanooga, destroys any port finish in that price range that I've ever tried. So it makes
ridiculous. It's
What's
like
the price on
$44.
it? Oh
the
wow.
price on it. Yeah, it's like what was it like 45 $50? Yeah,
49 here.
I mean, I compared it to Angel's Envy in the video, and it didn't. Angel's Envy didn't even hold a candle to it.
The store pick one or the 86?
No, just like the straight up Angel's Envy.
Such a low proof. What's the proof on the Chattanooga?
The port finish, I believe, was
95.
I think it was 90. Yeah, it was 90 something.
I think
How
it's
is it
95.
compared to the Woodinville then?
So I did the Woodinville too. The Woodinville was close, but the
Okay.
Woodinville had a little bit more of a grain flavor to it. The Chattanooga was just was like seamlessly everything was integrated a little bit better than the other two.
Okay. Yeah, the Chattanooga stuff hasn't made it to California yet.
Yeah.
Or if it has, I haven't seen it at all.
If you want me to get you one, let me know, Tito.
I think I'm getting some hand delivery samples from a certain guy in Florida that plays drums.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah.
He's a rock star. He said he might join.
All right, so this is an 8-year. There it is. It's an 8-year MGP rye, 113 proof.
Ooh, look at that. That's batch 13.
This is batch 13. Hasn't been.
Wow.
So
we'll know whether or not to order it.
95.5?
This is a 95.5 pure MGP goodness.
Nice.
That MGP 95.5 is so good. Like the Senator, and then when they do the Presidential's Dram, the rye one of it.
I hear you, Mike.
So good. So good.
I'm gonna drop the 12 because I'm a little bit smaller.
Which one is that? That's the Kelvin Collaboration 3.
Yeah.
One of the easily one of the best bourbons I've had this year. Honestly,
Wow.
it's so damn good.
Andy, we'll have to share some pours later, buddy.
Sir.
Oh, okay. Mr. Whiskey Shits and Adriana's bitch wins.
Just cracked it.
So after Friday night, I'll show you what we have coming here, Jason. After Friday night.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you heard about our Friday night stream with HBR and microphone.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus! Did he sing Creed?
Oh yeah, Creed.
He was not in any condition to sing at that point.
He was barely sitting up.
We were just making sure he was breathing.
I survived live. I definitely need to get me that shirt. That's awesome.
There were many bottle chugs happening that night.
Yeah. I didn't even remember I bottle chugged the, freaking Jack Daniel's rye.
I didn't remember bottle chugging the cigar blend or anything like that.
Oh my God.
So you're saying we're
Simply
bottle
a
chugging?
Happy 15 and an old Carter.
Hopefully
Batch
not.
5 at the same time.
It's a weeknight. We're much tamer on weeknights.
Hey,
So
come on.
I'll tell you guys, if anyone, I'm going to be doing a full review of all the old Carters, the new ones they released, except I don't know if I'm going to be getting the ryes, but they are sending me some samples. But as far as the bourbons go, there's 7, 8, 9, 10 that are the new batches. I highly recommend grabbing the 9 and the 10. 9 is the closest thing I've had to batch 5, which you guys know I loved. And 10 is like a more elegant version of 9. So those are the two. And when it comes to the American whiskeys, they have batch 5 and batch 6. Batch 5 comes across as a little bit more of a light whiskey, whereas 6 is like a light whiskey, but with a lot more of the oak influence, the vanilla, the caramels, all that stuff mixed in. So for me personally, the picks would be bourbon 9, 10, and then the American whiskey batch 6.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
Big League, by the way, is making those shirts for us.
Oh yeah, Big League is working on an epic shirt for me. So I think it's
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Are you guys ready for something epic and
I'm
somewhat
already here.
tropical?
Bottle
Who are you
chugging.
bringing in?
Here,
Something
Here?
epic and tropical. Oh, Dan and Julie live.
Oh, look out.
Oh,
I'm not worthy.
I don't know about how-
Slumming it
Oh,
today.
my God.
Hang out with us.
They heard we were talking about old Carter, and they're like, we have an opinion.
Let us on in.
We're actually not drinking Old Carter.
Hey,
What are you drinking, Dan?
What are you drinking?
Right now, some Old Fangled Nodder bourbon, 12 year.
oh, I got it.
Nice, 12 year.
I got one of those, Dan. I gotta crack mine open too with you.
Yeah, it's good. The 10 year is actually better, but we just opened the 12 tonight. It's really good still.
Now that the likes are on, all of a sudden Trev wants to get on. Sorry, Trev.
We got a spot open.
Sorry, Trev.
Trev, it's not like you can actually hug them right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, question.
Yeah.
Those old Carters, how well does the palate match the nose on those?
Hey, look at that. We got Ken here from down in
We're all international right now.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I would say, I mean, it depends on the batches do vary, and I'm sure Dan and Julie can weigh in here. The batches do vary to me. I think there are a couple in there, at least in these batches, that the nose does match the palate, but there are some where you get, like the bourbon batch 9 and 10, I think on the palate are more nuanced. There's some layered flavor there that you get on the nose. Also, I can't stop buying these old Carters. I was saying, oh, just buy 9 and 10, but I actually bought an 8 today too. So
Yeah, batch 8's actually I know you tasted them like we did, all of them together, but
yeah,
I think 8 ended up being. We were there with Porter. I think all three of us picked 8, not counting the American whiskeys. I honestly think the whiskeys would make me give up bourbon. Those American whiskeys are all so good.
those are the American whiskeys are insane.
I think the nose does not match the palate on the American whiskeys, though. I think it's very deceiving.
Yeah, the thing about the American whiskeys is when you smell it, it smells so sweet, and you get a little bit of proof on it. But then when you taste it, it just drinks. They're so dangerously delicious.
Yeah, there's
Candy.
It's interesting how those bottles being 12 and 13 year MGP how different they are. Like batch 3 is sweet like candy, and then you have batch 4 that brisket. It's like it's burnt ends. It's so different.
Yep.
Batch 3 almost killed me,
Yeah,
though.
so that's the difference to me between batch 5 and batch 6. Batch 5 American whiskey is like candy. Batch 6 has like this extra like char, caramel, vanilla note to it that kind of rounds everything out. So
I did finally get my hands on my first bottle of Old Carter.
Yeah, that's what I got too. A little.
Hey, that's a good one, though.
It is
That's
batch 5.
We have
but they don't ship it here, so
Cheers, Annie. Thanks for jumping in.
I think batch 8 and 10. We liked all of them, 7, 9, 10. But I think someone sent me a message asking if any of them matched batch 5 as far as quality, and I honestly think there's several in this new lineup that's as good or better than batch 5.
yeah, I think
surprisingly.
Yeah, for me 9 was close to 5 for me. Yep.
That's
so
fun
if you
to
guys,
find for the
if
high
anybody
ride.
here has not followed Like Time, by the way, you guys need to totally check out the likes and their YouTube channel.
That's right.
It's very different than what everybody else does. It's very creative, and we friggin' love them in the community, but their channel's really fun as well. So
absolutely.
Other than the video we just did, which is why we were late. We did a thing. We were bored today, so while we got this, we just did a video. It's middle of uploading. Really, it's not funny. It's just we were bored, so we picked a old bottle, like something we haven't drank from in forever. Like that bottle that's somewhere in the back of your cabinet, you forgot you have it. So we each picked out one of those, and then we also opened a brand new bottle each. So we opened this, and then the Jim Beam Distiller's Masterpiece Cherry Finish that neither of us liked actually at all.
Very cool. Yeah. I don't know if Cheech is still in. Cheech, can you post a link to theirs?
Yeah, when you get off the stream, run over and watch that video.
Yeah, and Dan and Julie are actually helping myself and Scott. They're going to be helping picking our new the Old Elk weeded, either a weeded whiskey or weeded bourbon. We're going to be picking for the Mash and Journey channel. So
we're excited about that.
Yeah,
we're super
I got sloggered on that last night.
Yeah,
the
so,
Old Elk story is pretty cool. This is the best Old Elk I've ever had right here.
Yeah,
That's a velvet.
Velvet viscosity.
A lot of people don't realize that Old Elk was actually a revived brand. A lot of people that saw it today, they think that's a new brand from, out in Colorado from Greg Metz, the old MGP distiller. But it's actually a revived brand that they brought back, and I think Greg Metz is doing some great things. The Weeders in particular, what we're going to be trying along with Dan and Julie are getting into like that really nice 6, 7, 8 year age range. So we should have a fun time picking those. So
Sugar Kitty, that's enough. I'm not.
Didn't you take a shot at the likes with that one? I don't know.
That's, the OFC is actually sitting right here next to us. It's not hidden, but we have so many open bottles. Like sometimes we'll just put stuff in front of it and then be like, "Oh my God, we have that!" And some of them are back there because we included them, but some are back there because we forgot. But
we saw the video of your pantry.
Yeah, well, it's actually funny. It's actually in this one. It's actually not uploading. It just stopped. It'll upload later. But when we pick, I show what we get to pick from, and it's not all our stuff. Like there's a cabinet I didn't show, but it's like one of our cabinets of open bottles that Julie has to pick, and then I walk into the one pantry that's got all our unopened bottles, and I just do a quick zoom. It may be a better shot of it than the last video, but that'll be uploaded in an hour.
Yeah.
So if you had to guess, Dan, how many bottles do you think you have now?
Well, we don't have to guess because we keep it on. Julie keeps it on an Excel spreadsheet, but it's right up at 800. Just bourbon and American whiskey, not counting. We don't read like Scotch or
we don't count Scotches or
other
Irish whiskey.
We don't count
because
Scotch.
we don't have a lot of those.
We have,
enough, but
we have a handful, but more than a handful. But we only log our.
We only have like 100 bottles of those. So.
No, we only log our American whiskey.
How many of those are dupes though? How many unique bottles do you have?
So
a lot.
I'd say the most. What happened is the reason we started putting on Excel is like I'd come home with a bottle and I'm like, look what I just got. And she'll be like, we have 3 of those. And I'm like, no, we don't. And so we started logging. But so there's a lot not duplicate, but there's a handful. Like when
I can tell you how many are duplicates right now.
You don't need to go. Don't go through that.
No,
but they're
yeah,
but don't. They're how it started with the duplicates is like it's not like tons, but like when COVID came out, those of you who've been into bourbon a while. Like you couldn't get Buffalo Trace for a while, right? You just couldn't way before this. And it was never, so when you started seeing it, of course, most of us thought, wow, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, those bottles are available now. So every time I'd see one, I'd pick one up. And then because the bars and restaurants were closed, they started delivering liters to liquor stores, which you also know liters were only sold to restaurants. So we would grab a couple. So bottles like Buffalo Trace, we may have like 8 Buffalo Trace bottles or something, and like say 6.
Don't anymore, give them away.
Yeah, we use those for giveaways a lot, but like 6 or 8 bottles of Eagle Rare. But I would say the majority of that, most of it, we don't have more than 2 of. Most of our duplicates we don't have more than 2 of. Most of it's individual, except for like EHL or small batch.
Stag Junior.
We have a lot of those.
We have a lot of Stag Junior.
A lot of Stag Junior, but different batches.
I've seen one E.H. Taylor small batch in the last 9 months, probably, unless you go and like you have to really find it here. It's not everywhere.
We're covered up with that.
Yeah, we just don't see it very often here. Andy, you agree?
I see it, but it's not what I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah, it's all secondary stuff.
We had a handful, and we stopped in. We were in Habershams, and we went to Savannah. We love Savannah. And we stopped in the Habershams Liquor. And they had E.H. Taylor small batch there for like $34, and they were sitting in these cut open cases, and there was 3 in it. So I thought 3 was in a case, and I was like, "Hey, can I have all 3 of these?" And he's like, "Don't you want an unopened case?" And I'm like, "What?" So he comes walking out with a full case, and he's like, "Take them to the front counter." And we got all the way to the front, waiting for someone to stop us.
and it was like less than $35 a bottle. So
jeez,
wow,
and that's great.
Yeah, and there was 6 in a case, so we ended up with like a couple of cases of that.
Look at
Where's
that.
that, Mike?
So I'm in Colorado.
Somebody knows a guy that bought one for $1.99.
Ooh.
Taylor, small batch.
Is that small batch or single barrel?
I'm right near
Oh
Old
my god!
That's
Hey,
insane.
hey, give that guy my information. I can sell him a few.
Right?
Mike, can you grab me one of those Leopold, the 3-chamber still ryes that are coming out? Are those out yet?
The Leopold brothers?
Yeah.
I really like what they're doing with their open fermentation.
Yep.
And how
I don't know.
they're
Andy might have his finger on that pulse a little better.
They
than I do.
they had a custom 3-chamber still built to make that rye as like an old school style rye, and I want to get my hands on that. I'm sure it's going to be something really unique. That's one thing I'd be really interested in trying.
Is Mike Meyer, $291 for the record. Sorry, just throwing that out there.
Jason, do you know if it's distillery only or not?
I thought I heard on Fred Minnick's stream that they might be releasing those on Sealbox as well. So I'm not sure.
You got to check Sealbox. I don't know if you guys saw, but we keep alerts on for them, and we bought Smoke Wagon, and they just send an email out the other way. They said, "Better hurry, we have uncut, unfiltered for regular price," and we jumped on.
Yeah, it was gone in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
Well, I happened to be on when the alert came through. I haven't
That's how I got
my phone in my face when the alert came through, and I immediately jumped on and got 2 bottles that got here today.
That's how I got the 12 was the seal box alerts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with that. We got the same bottle, same way.
Yeah. The also, while we got Ken on right now, he might be working. I don't know how long he's going to be here, but Ken is doing a 24-hour stream starting Friday night at 10 o'clock Eastern.
Hell yeah.
And he's Scotch Down Under.
Yep.
So you'll have to check it out. He does some really fun stuff, also pub style, very much like us. Part of the inspiration of Livewire Whiskey is just, people come in and out and, chat and talk Scotch. He does, he tries to get bourbon, but obviously they do more Scotch down there because it's what they get, I guess, more readily. They're very excited because they're about to get Stag Junior Batch 6. So
oh my god!
Well, they have batch 5s on the shelf right now, right?
Yeah, the 5s are just sitting there. So if you really need some batch 5s, you can go get it down there.
Like holy shit! Like how do you even? That's crazy. Like how?
Jason, they do get a lot of blends though.
Of course.
Well, we did until it ran off the shelf. Last couple of months, it's all disappeared off the shelf. Normally, we'd be able to get it anywhere, but now it's all gone.
They could have that 6-year bullshit.
So, Ken, what's the one Scotch you'd overpay for?
That I've overpaid for?
That you'd overpay for if you saw it?
Probably, the Freud 25-year-old is always a good one. That 30-year-old cost a couple of grand. I haven't opened that yet. Definitely overpaid for that.
So you have one and you haven't opened it?
No, not yet.
Wow,
it's gonna be open on when we get 1,000 subs.
It's open on Friday.
Yeah, Friday. That better be. I'm afraid anything I have. I'm afraid like if I don't open it, I'd die, and it would piss me off that I didn't try it.
Well, there's always that in the back of your mind. Yeah, everything else is open.
Don't let your friends drink your whiskey when you die, brother.
Yeah.
Ken, I'm planning on jumping on your stream, and I'm gonna crack open the Springbank local 10 barley, this local barley when I jump on, man.
Hey, do you want to give us those notes you typed up for us there, Jason, on that one you just cracked?
The 4-gate
on that 4-gate.
Oh yeah, the 4-gate rye. It's a more fruity rye than you're used to. It's very minty. It's kind of like mojito, sugary sweet, like a little bit laced with like some fresh strawberry in there. And it drinks really easy for a 95.5 rye. I mean, there's nothing at all wrong with it. It's a beautiful, delicious rye, but there are a lot of great ryes in the market that are unique and different. I don't know if you'd want to pay $200 for this. It's but I'm gonna crack this open on Ken's live stream. This Springbank 10.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, it's a delicious. Let's just say it's an elegant rye. There's nothing off-putting about it. There's no dill. There's no like pickle. It's all fruit, spice, mint, like mojito, sugar. Nothing off-putting about it. There's no dill.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all the good things you like in a good rye.
What's up, Shane Long? Get in here.
Hey, Schlong, what's up, buddy?
Schlong in the house.
Thank you. Thank
Evening douchebags and the likes. Wow.
He knows us too well.
It's because he would never insult Julie.
Yeah, Julie, you're right. He'd insult me.
Dan, he thrown to
if
the
you were
bus.
by yourself, Dan, you'd have been just included with all of
You would
us.
have been a douchebag with us.
What's up, Shane?
You're welcome.
Hey, I did want to
One spot
clarify
open.
something so we don't sound like. I don't want to clarify something when we say sound like douchebags when you asked how many bottles of whiskey. Most of those whiskeys are just whiskeys you can get anywhere every day. They're not like, I don't know, you're thinking there's like that many bottles of allocated stuff. That's not the case at all.
Hey, Julie, I got a question.
Yes.
Do you have certain bottles that you keep to yourself? Like these are Julie's bottles, these are Dan's. Do y'all split anything?
No, they're all mine, and I just.
And when Dan's lucky, he gets a pour, right?
Yeah. So here,
No.
here's it.
No.
I started drinking whiskey 28 years before Julie did. Julie started a year and a half ago, and she's probably drank as much whiskey as I have now. Had a 25-year head start, and she has caught up in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
That's
Jenny's
awesome.
doing
Yeah,
her own
Julie.
bar. Yeah,
That just
Jenny
means
has
you're
her
not
own
trying
bar.
hard enough, Dan.
It isn't.
Well, he was of the mindset where, like y'all were talking about a few minutes ago, where he would save bottles basically, or he was, I don't want to say more of a collector because he would drink, but he would spend money on a more expensive bottle and he would keep it. And I'm like, why would you do that? You could die tomorrow. No, I want to know what it tastes like. If you can go to work and I'm going to open it. If you're going to put me into this, I'm going to open it. So
The reason, though, had nothing to do with collecting. It had, like, for example, we get into a situation like we have now. I don't know, we have like 350 open bottles. So what happens when you open everything, you get these bottles that sit back there. And I mean, I'm not one of the people who's scared about bottles being open. I have bottles of whiskey that have been open over 2 decades. I've got bottles that have been open 18 years, 20 years. I got bottles of scotch, that have been open 15, 16 years, and they taste the same. I'd challenge anyone to tell the difference on most of them. Now, scotches, it seems to affect more than bourbons, and older whiskeys, it affects more than younger, because the older whiskeys have already, the airs, they've been breathed in and out of the barrels already for 10 years before they're bottled. So I think that's why, but I'm not scared to have them open. But at some point, it's like we have no room for open bottles, and like we need to drink what's open. Like I don't need to open everything, but we do.
let's drink what's open.
What happened?
Yeah, that's the.
We've got to the point now, like most of what's not open is a duplicate of something else, or we have more old Carters than we have anything else. So we do have quite a bit of, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 13 old Carters open, but we've got a lot more unopened. But at some point, some are duplicates. The others, it's like, let's get through this batch before we.
Yeah, it's one of those things like just accumulating bottles just over time, just doing reviews and stuff. You just, I'm about 700 deep, 700 deep in bottles as well. And just accumulate them. And you may have doubles of, like right now I'm at the point where I only buy doubles of certain things that I really like. So he's got one bottle. So it's interesting though how it works, but right now I'm only going to buy doubles of stuff that I'm really crazy about. So
well, we're the same way.
Kind of though. Hold on. What happened to us today is like, so I don't know if you guys ordered like Matt Porter's pick at ADHD whiskey. They still, so if anyone hasn't, you can still order them from
the Obtainium, right? Yeah.
Haskell's.
Yeah, from Haskell's. There's still there's still some available, but we ordered 2, and then they called, then they called what was for patrons, but now it's open. Thank that. So we got 2, and then they called back and I bought another bottle, and the guy at Haskell's was like, hey, it's a 4 shipper or something. So I ordered another bottle. He's like, oh, all we have is a 6 shipper box. Do you want 2 of anything else? So he's like, we got the Obtainium. We have the honey rye from Obtainium. Do you want to throw 2 of those in there? And I said, yeah. So we went to 6 bottles, and then he hadn't even shipped it yet. That was like a week and a half ago. They called today while we were at dinner, called Julie's phone, and like, hey, we got some new Obtanium bottles in. Do you want it? And we're like, yeah, we'll take 2. So then I get on the phone with the guys like, we don't have an 8 shipper. The next size box we have is 12. What do you want in the other 4 slots? So you talk about not buying duplicates, but now we have 12 bottles coming from Haskell's.
Now you can do giveaways.
Yeah, so sometimes
I started giving some stuff away.
sometimes we just end up in a duplicate situation
actually-
we didn't intend to.
We're so pathetic. We talked about selling our house a couple of months ago because we were out of room to store bourbon, and then that's when we're like, that's it. We got to stop.
We don't have a
guest
drinking
house
problem. We have a
bourbon.
bourbon buying problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, and it's not like we have a small place. We just don't have. It's like we.
It's just not set up for this kind of collection.
Yeah, I have bottles on the floor. I need to make more room. I got to get shelves on this wall to make more room, because now I'm getting like deep into the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society bottles, and it's just like, what the hell am I doing? I can't stop.
Yeah, my wife is like, you need to start killing bottles, Stahl.
Yeah, like I literally need to get. I gotta get like a bunch of. Like before COVID, I used to have like tastings, and people would come in and help me drink all this shit. So just been accumulating over the last year. So
I'll tell you,
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Yeah, Whiskey Shits
I'll
sends out more
volunteer,
freaking
Jason.
samples.
I'll do it, man. It's cool. I'll be out there.
Anybody wants to come up to Ohio and just sit in the whiskey room and drink whatever the hell they want, you're welcome.
That's right. Jason, we're the same way.
That's a dangerous.
I know no one's going to jump on that, so
Yeah,
I'll do it for you, Jason.
Dan and Julie. I have my cousins and my uncles all live in Florida, so the next time I'm there, I'm coming over.
Hey,
You're welcome
listen,
to.
you know, we're exactly like the other
Please.
people stop over our house. It's
Anytime,
like,
anybody.
I enjoy pouring, so when people come over, I'll just get behind my bar, and I'll be like, what have you not had? And they'll be like, look around like, where'd I start? And I'm like, this. Before they leave, they got like Glenn's. We had a local liquor store owner over the house and his wife, and I had like Glenn's lined up, and finally he was like, Dan, slow down. I don't even know what's in each glass. But
Can't try it all in one night.
But isn't that true? Like, I do find that like that's part of the fun of even collecting is you have somebody over that even kind of appreciates it, and you're like, you gotta try, like rye, you gotta try Midwinter Night's Dram, right? Do you like bourbon? Try this 4-gate. You got to see what you think of. You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to just keep it. You want to share it. You know, we have Daniel.
100%. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun when someone comes over like, oh, try this, try this, try this, try this, try this, try this. And they're like, no. And I'm like, no, try this, try this, try this.
I got to tell you though, like most people that will come over, I'll give them like, you know, a Bland's Gold, a straight from the barrel, and they're very happy. Like, holy shit, this is amazing. Or I'll give them like a Master's Keep, and they're very happy. I got to tell you though, my own family comes over. They're like, we want to try the William LaRue Weller up there. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, all right.
Yeah, and then they're like, this would be great with a little Coke.
Yeah. No Coke allowed with that stuff.
Only if you're gonna leave. Yeah.
I'm the opposite. That's cool. Like, I'll tell people, I'll hand them a Mountain Dew with my Pappy 23 if they want it. Like, I don't care. I just sometimes.
Hey, Jason, do you remember when you had the opportunity to buy the first antique bottle? You remember that?
Yeah.
What? I mean, can you talk about it? Like, were you like in awe, or were you like, no big deal? Or
yeah, no. The first antique I was ever able to buy was a George D. Stagg from 20. That was the 2018 one. So that was the first antique bottle I had the opportunity to buy. And yeah, it was one of those things like where you make the decision to buy it for, you know, a decent price, and you're holding this thing in your hand, and it's just, I think it's kind of like the pinnacle of every, you know, when you're even if you're getting into bourbon, or if you're even like an intermediate to expert, getting a bottle of something from the antique collection, there's still something about it that's special. So
did you dive right in it, or did you sit on it?
Yeah, I mean, I got it in New York from my store that I work with over there, and when I brought it back to Ohio, I cracked that shit the minute I got home. Yep. And then I remember I doled out about 4 or 5 samples of it for people that wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I got a Van Winkle Family Reserve rye. I bought a bottle, and it was my wife was with me, and so she was super excited about it because I was kind of excited. And I'm like, do you know what this sells for? Is the Family Reserve Rye. I'm like, do you know what
You
this
don't tell
sells
your
for on
wife that.
secondary? And so she was super pumped about like, oh, you've got that. And I was like, should I just sell it? And she's like, when are you going to drink a $2,000 bottle of whiskey? And I was like, God, I love you.
Yeah,
so,
even my mother, she's really into bourbon now. I mean, she helped us pick my 2 bullet picks that we have coming out for the Master Journey Whiskey Club. She's very into McKenna. She loves high proof stuff. She went from drinking Angel's Envy for about a week, and she's like, "All right, I'm over this. What's next?" And now
you recognize this, Jason?
Oh shit, yeah.
Got that from Mama's store up there.
That's right.
Bourbon got it for me.
Yep, that's from West Islip.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought you'd like that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like that's like you held that up. I'm like, holy shit, how'd you get that? That's awesome, man.
Yeah, Bourbon hand delivered it.
Yeah, West Islip Wines and Liquors out there on Long Island is that's the store I love to go to. They're really great to deal with. They have decent prices. They have Blanton's on the shelf for about $70. Just saying.
Yeah,
anybody
got that Russell's and that Knob Creek that you sent to Adriana also.
Did you try that? Did you try that Knob Creek?
Oh yeah, dude. It's
it's delicious. It's really good stuff.
Hey, Anthony.
What's up,
Hey,
Anthony?
Bourbon Neophyte.
Anthony.
What's up, people?
Welcome.
Anthony's in Las Vegas. Oh my God, look at that, Dan.
I was going to show Jason the best, and I'm sure you've had it, but the best Old Carter that we've ever had. Or maybe
Is it the 6?
Which one is that one?
It's a single barrel, 23.
Oh, single
Yeah.
barrel.
Oh yes, dude, that shit's amazing.
This is the best single barrel they ever made, I think.
Yep.
99 probably being second.
I completely agree. Completely agree.
Night, Tony Two Toes.
Thanks,
for
Tony.
stopping
Night,
by,
Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony. See you, buddy. Thanks for jumping on.
I'll tell you another one of my other favorite Old Carters that I have is it's the first batch, the American whiskey, the first ever batch they did, which was 12 years old. This thing right here is, and the Carter signed it, and maybe because it's signed, it tastes a little bit sweeter.
Exactly.
But I remember giving this to a couple people when they were sitting in the whiskey room, and I can tell you so Michael Klein, Destination Bourbon, was here, and we drank some epic stuff that night. And then I gave him this, and he's like, "This is the best thing I've had all night."
It's not just that bottle; it's the same bottle right here. One.
There you go, man. It's so. I mean, man.
I don't know. I was bottle chugging with Sherry Carter in a dive bar bathroom.
That can just stop right there, and it's the best story ever.
Yeah, we have it on video.
It's on video. It was Mayor Pingree Black Label.
So Porter gave
Holy
Sherry
shit.
Carter Sherry Mark Carter his black label Mayor Pingree, and she carried it around her pocket. So when we left the event, it closed, and we all went out to a bar, and Julie and Sherry left to the bathroom, and we're gone like me and Margaret. They were gone for it seemed like an hour in the bathroom, and all of a sudden we see this video floating around of them sitting in the bathroom, and it's a dump bar, chugging Mayor Pingree in the bathroom.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Anyway, the point is that there's something about Sherry just makes everything better.
Yeah.
Come on, Shane.
It was the
Get your
signal.
ass on here.
Yeah, Shane, pussy.
Shane's in bed, I bet.
No, he's
That's
always in bed
never
when he's
stopped
on
him
here.
before.
Oh,
Who you
hey,
smoking,
Bourbon. How
Bobby?
you doing, Bourbon?
Yeah.
Ben,
Oh, who just took him out? Stop it, Adam.
No, you.
what's up,
Your
Ben?
fault.
You okay, Ben?
Got the giggles.
I know whose hand delivery ain't coming next.
Adam, what a dick.
What did I do?
It's your name. We can't help it.
What, Dick?
Yeah, having some kind of allergic reaction, but I think I got it under control. So
I hope you're not allergic to whiskey.
No, I think it was Vietnamese food actually.
There you
It's hit or
go.
miss. Not gonna lie. So
We have
you
some
guys
really
so
good Vietnamese food out here.
the likes. We love having you on stream. We're so glad you came, but we've got to hear. Bathroom stories are good. I assume that was from Whiskey Weekend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you have any other good stories? Maybe something that you Shane Long related.
First of all, when you started off saying likes, we love having you here, but I thought it was going to go. You got to go now.
All right, see you guys. You're out. No,
We're about to get
We're leaving
offensive, and
here.
we don't want to offend you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, that was fun.
Yeah. Julie's like, shit, I've never felt so rejected.
Yes, you did. Hey, hold on, Mike. You got to show Jason Busey what we have for him.
Jason.
What? Oh, Jason. Yeah, we got this, buddy. Are you ready? Is that in here? Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
We didn't see the aftermath of Jason's chugs because his chugs.
Oh my God! If you guys missed Friday night's stream, you guys definitely missed.
You missed it. You missed it. It's gone.
Hold
I'm
on.
pretty
So here we
sure
go. I'm going to take myself out.
chugged a bottle of Eagle Rare, then ate the bottle.
I'll tell you what. Exact. I need that shirt for sure.
Oh
yeah.
We
I've
all
already
need that shirt.
emailed Mike.
Jason Busey definitely needs that shirt.
Hey,
But
you
it
can-
only
you
comes
can
in
make
2X, Jason. Is that,
You
is
make
that
a
good
case
you,
for
man?
hot buttery. Chris needs that.
Jason needs the schmedium.
Medium?
Wait, what is this?
Medium for Boosie.
I need a
Dude,
medium.
He's holding like a full
No,
bottle,
Busey.
and it looks like a baby bottle in his hand.
Yeah.
No, that
And
was
he's
a
like chugging it like this.
Andre the Giant.
Between that and Klein with the Malort and the Dickel Tabasco at once, that was.
Oh my God! Yeah. So Klein, Busey and Klein, it was a dead heat because Klein did the Dickel Tabasco and the Malort in a double chug.
Yes.
But when Busey was doing the bottle chugs, and that was the Texas whiskey, he's doing the bottle chugs, and you can see the bubbles coming up.
Just huge bubbles. Sounds like a water type bubbles.
And he's like, it's like side chugging, and it's like he's not. And then all of a sudden he was gone, and we're like, where'd Busey go?
Hey, Big League, what can you do for Busey? Can you get him a bigger size than the 2X, man?
I think 2X is pretty much.
If I go,
community.
Chris, if I go find you a 5XL shirt and send it to you, can you make Busey one?
Yeah. How many X's do we need? 5X. Oh wow.
He says
XLT.
5X. Oh, XLT.
Okay, yeah, he says get him a Busey size.
Yeah, because you know what happens to us big boys is they kind of shrink up, and next thing you know, our belly's showing.
Yeah. I've got some belly shirts.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, there was nothing better than Chris on that. Oh, that was the best. Hot buttery rolls was a wreck.
Holy crap!
He was messed up. But Klein did that Tabasco chug, and then he also had this much left of that 1.5 or 1.75 Eagle Rare.
And he just
his Eagle Rare chug was epic.
He killed it.
He killed it.
Stanley made it back from work. God, Busey chugged the YouTube Iroot barrel pick. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a wild time.
You were
asking look at the old Fitz pour up there, Marty, huh?
Don't let me fool
Yeah,
you.
HBR bottle chugged from an old
Nah,
Fitz.
that's old Weller 107.
Hey, Mike, you were
See, I
talking
pay
about
attention, Marty. I pay attention.
Yeah,
Mike, you were
getting
talking
out of
about
town,
the
buddy.
Whiskey Weekend. I wish we had a Shane story, but honestly, he was the guy who kind of kept everybody together. Believe it or not. I wish there was some different stories. He was amazing.
I think.
But you were talking
Shane
about
Long was the voice of reason.
Yeah, believe it. That's how bad it was, I guess. But
holy crap!
You were talking about chugging. Just one of the funny things.
People didn't die.
They had BS.
I died.
They had BS and bourbon.
I died for sure.
They had BS and bourbon on the last day, and kind of the closing out of the event. They carried a 5-gallon bucket. They call their James Karen instead of Glen Karen, and it's a 5-gallon bucket, and they filled it with Bullet barrel pick. I mean, just bottles after bottles. And we're passing this 5-gallon bucket around the crowd of people. And people are just chugging like this big. One guy's huge. He's holding this 5-gallon bucket like I can hold this. Glenn Cairn, the guy's a monster, but he's holding the bottle.
Here's Jason Busey.
And they're everyone's chugging from it. And Mark Carter, actually, they talked him into. And I have a picture of Mark Carter chugging out of the 5-gallon, out of that 5-gallon bucket. So that was a fun. Yeah, it was kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. I heard they're already almost sold out for next year.
Yeah, they sold in a couple of minutes. And it was crazy. Honestly, the first night, what happens is you don't really, even though you tell yourself, pace yourself. So the first night, you know, everybody, there's like this table, just the bottle sharing is crazy. I mean, there's just hundreds of bottles everybody brings and you drink from it. And everybody's up till 2-3 in the morning. We were downstairs in front of the hotel with Grease. Him and Julie were smoking cigarettes and I was out there smoking cigars, and then we ended up in some stranger's room they're eating their pizza at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, we're so done. But then the next night, you wake up in the morning and start drinking the next day. At 10 o'clock, Julie was almost unconscious. She's like, I have to.
Sherry Carter gave me like 25.
Yeah, we drank way too much. We had a speakeasy. It was our anniversary. I rented out the speakeasy at Justin's, and it was me, Julie, Porter, Ryan, and Mark and Sherry Carter, and we drank in the speakeasy. Then we went to the Carters and drank. Then we went back to the party. But by 10 o'clock the second night, she was like, I need to go to the room now. And like, I got her back to the room, and we passed out.
Okay, to be fair, I had been drunk for 24 hours.
Either we passed out at like 10:30 on night 2, like real early. But then we went to bed so early, like 10:30. We woke up at 2:30. And we got out of bed at 2:30, and there was still people
in the morning.
Up. Yeah, 2:30 in the morning, and there were still people up. But then the last night, it's like everybody was so done. There was on the share table, there'd be like old Carter, there'd be like maybe some 12-year lot B, and you're offering it to people. They're like, no, I'm good. You're like, you want? I mean, seriously, on the last night, everybody was so done. There was nobody.
There was half the people.
There was barely anybody drinking, and there were some good bottles, and you could hardly get someone to even take us a free sample. People were saying,
Jason, are we still going to try to do the Chattanooga weekend?
Yeah, so that's something I'm working on in either end of September or October. Well, I'm trying to schedule a meetup down in Chattanooga. I'm working with Tim Pearson, who's one of the co-founders of Chattanooga, to set up something nice for anybody that wants to come and do the meetup and hang out in Chattanooga for the weekend. So yeah, that's something I'm working on.
Cool.
Hey, Julie, is that your Wednesday shirt?
Actually, no. And I feel a little cliche wearing this now. So it's just what I grabbed to put on for the video that we were filming. So,
but we have a new Sunday shirt for you, Julie.
Jason, so
it looks great, Julie. It looks great, Julie. I appreciate you wearing it.
How's the mash bill tonight?
Mashbill's doing okay. Mashbill's a little upset though.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Why? What happened, Stanley?
Well, because I go ahead and turn it back over to Shitz and Stahl for the.
I don't know what happened.
Oh man, what happened?
I don't know what happened.
Hey,
that's fucked up.
What happened?
Where'd he go?
Drew Bledsoe gets hurt, and Tom Brady comes in. You know,
I'm not.
Let's try that
Tom
again,
Brady took
Stanley.
over
How
for
you
Drew
doing?
Bledsoe.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at Stahl, and I'm not upset with Stahl and Shitz. I'm upset
Are
with
you
my
insulting our guests?
My mom and dad decided not to show up on somebody else's stream before mine. That was really sad. You know, Dan.
We thought it was your stream, with Stanley. That's why we're here. We
okay.
That's why we joined.
No, but yeah, it's good. It's good to see everybody on
We're
here.
usually asleep.
What's that?
I said we're usually asleep.
Yeah, I know.
We appreciate you guys like staying up late
having
with
this
us,
many
Julie.
people on alive for sure.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's like, you know, I'm not really upset. I'm just freaking. I got off work and I was like, heck, I'll get home, grab something to eat on the way in, and freaking. And then you get Nick Pro. Then you get Proman. Proman decides to come on this stream, but he won't come.
He walked to my house. Literally, he lives that close to me.
Yeah, but now he's gonna have to freaking Uber back home.
Yeah. See, yep.
Dan went to the bar.
Doc Swenson's 15.
You're on, Chris. You're live.
This is what happens when you walk away.
Big league.
What you got, Dan? Swenson's?
Yeah, Doc Swenson's 15.
Hey, big league. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I've got the.
Is that
lighting looks different?
Is that the 2020?
Yeah, that's a Masa Liquor store pick, barrel pick from
No, it's not the 2020.
19.
Well, it might be.
What year is this thing?
Here, I got my glasses.
I don't know what year it is.
We're so old.
Heck if I know.
Oh,
See, that
Doc Swenson. I like that Doc Swenson, by the way.
That one, right? That one you got, Marty. That's the alter ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherry Cognac.
Yeah.
It is 2020.
The alter egos are they're nice. They got some really unique finishes on it.
Well, I like the alter egos because they're not $200. They're not $150, $200 a bottle.
I got it for like 90.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think they're like 65 here, maybe 69.
But I can find alter egos. I can't find those 15 the 15 years. I mean, I would buy one if I could find one, but I can't find one, so I don't sweat it.
Crack it, Jason. Crack it.
I am, man. I love me some Four Roses LEs. I'm cracking it, baby.
Do it.
That's Dan's.
What year is that one?
This is the 2020. This is the one. So normally the last 3 years I've gone to Kentucky and waited online overnight in September to get me a bottle of this, and I couldn't do it last year because of COVID. So one of my amazing patrons, Alan, was able to secure me one of these, and he sent it over to me, and I cannot wait to crack this open right now.
It's long. You can come into the waiting room now, by the way.
We're huge fans like you are of it. 19's actually our
19's,
favorite,
I
but
like
20's
that,
fantastic
20
too.
great.
The 18 was my was it 19 or 18 was my whiskey of the year, my bourbon of the year. Yep. Oh yeah.
Actually, I think we still have it down there.
That's really great, Chris. Thanks for being on the stream, buddy.
Hey, Chris.
Is Chris in the woods? Where is he?
He's working.
Dude,
I think.
Him and Tony Two Toes are freaking hanging out in the dark somewhere.
I'm drawing cater stickers.
Dude, your audio's messed
Your
up.
audio's all jacked up.
Yeah, dude. You sound like an android.
R2D. Which would be cool on Ken's Star Trek stream, but
it's because he's using his AirPods again.
Hey, Jason, we brought that 2020 was our first bottle we brought to the share at the whiskey weekend that we brought to the share table was the 2020.
I for whatever reason, and I would like to get your guys' opinion on. I still think that Brent Elliott and Four Roses is probably one of the most underrated bourbon brands out there today. For whatever reason, they just don't get talked about very often. And I think when he's putting out stuff like this, I mean, it's phenomenal. So I don't know if it's because it's the high rye and all like the, the taters and the guys that like Buffalo Trace, they like that sweet candy bourbon with absolutely no finish, or like scared of this stuff or something. But this is some of the most well-crafted bourbon that you could find. It's delicious.
You think it's because Four Roses puts out so many lower end stuff too that maybe people just have tasted that are in the bourbon and they just don't. I mean, maybe they never get a chance to.
Yeah, and their high rye low end stuff. I would argue that it just never does well when you blind it against other stuff that's comparable. For whatever reason, Four Roses never blinds well. So, but when you have it on its own, I think it's some of the great whiskeys out there.
I think it's a great bar builder for new beginners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tim Evans was talking about the Four Roses LE a few weeks ago, and he just traded a cigar blend for a Four Roses LE.
Oh yeah.
Wow, dude! If you're getting 2020 LEs for a cigar blend, I'm freaking doing that all day. Shit.
I know. I was like,
here's my LE, my 2020 LE.
How much does a LE run?
Usually about 160-ish. About. I mean retail. We're talking retail here. About 140 to 160 usually. It depends on how old they are. I mean, when they did the 2018, the 30th, I mean, that had 21, 22-year-old 21 or 22-year-old bourbon in it. So that had some high aged in it.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting lectured, Dan, but you probably deserve it.
Well, no, Jason, I was
like
gonna,
assholes.
I was gonna say, Jason, if you like Four Roses, you'll appreciate these little babies right here.
Oh, Jesus, dude, that's my other unicorn, you bastard.
That's why I said we're gonna look like assholes, and he's gonna need to explain it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this one,
But he needs to make sure nobody's in chat.
well, no, it's okay. This one's for. She got me this one for. I don't need to explain detail, but she got me this one for this. I'm reversed in the camera. This one for Christmas, and my 50th birthday is this month, and she got me this one.
I'm gonna fly to Florida.
Shit, you look like 10 years younger than me, dude.
I'm gonna fly to Florida just to visit you guys so I can taste that.
Well, you need to, and this will be here waiting for you. Well, this one, that one will probably be gone. This one,
We know Jane will
so the
appreciate
junkies
that
are
shit.
coming to see us next weekend, and so this one will definitely be on. But
Oh, very cool.
I have a feeling I know who Jiminy Cricket is, but you got to turn your mic on. if you
Yeah,
wanna
turn
come
your
in.
camera on.
Turn your camera
so we
on.
can make sure we know who you are.
So
Hey,
I got my
since you're working, we're gonna pull you out so other people can come in.
I got my first Four Roses, and it's a single barrel strength OBSK. I just got it from Bristol Farms last week. I picked up one for me and one for JD to send over there to whatever. Where is he at? What country is he at this month? Freaking Slovakia. Yeah, I gotta send him one over to Slovakia.
Oh, sorry. I had something in my throat.
Daniel H., if you don't know who the likes are,
we're the likes.
I can't help you.
We're the likes.
Yeah, it doesn't. We're nobody's.
We're nobody.
If you can't tell the importance, you just haven't been in whiskey tube enough.
This is the all-star stream of May 2021.
of May this date of May 12th.
This is today.
Yes,
May
today's all-star
the 13th, 2021.
I can't help but wonder if Jason's getting lectured on text right now.
Am I getting lectured? I'm not getting lectured.
Your girlfriend, like, what are you doing?
No, my girlfriend's asleep. I already talked to her. I'm
Oh,
good.
okay, good. We don't want to get you in trouble like we did, HBR.
No, I'm good. I got to tell you though, my girlfriend, who's not a whiskey drinker, has a hell of a bougie
I
ass.
appreciate
palate.
it. Yeah, let's definitely keep me in and count me in for something. I'll have to figure out what it's going to be though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's you, Shane
tomorrow.
What? Just something. Make sure it's nothing big. That's.
Shane Long, we hear you.
Say, Jason, because you said something about your girlfriend having a bougie palate, wasn't it? Because you guys went to that you and Scott went to the tasting. You guys did that tasting, and then she picked like the most freaking expensive thing.
She picked the most expensive rare bourbon in the lot. She's like, "Oh, I could drink this." I'm like, "Yeah, of course," because that's like a $400 bottle. Thank you.
So real quick, since Shane's on and you wanted to say something bad and I can't.
There he is.
Let me tell you, and I know you guys already know him, but it's my first time meeting Shane in person, and he made the biggest impact on me of anybody there. And part of it was like, I must have looked bad though, because every time I'd walk off or go somewhere, Shane, I get a text from Shane, "Are you all right? You need anything? You need any help?" Like every time I disappear, "You okay still?" He was like checking on me the whole time.
But I did see last week because I watched.
Shane's
Shane
a badass.
We loved him.
Good dude. Mike, read Big League's message, his chat.
All-star stream. I got sent to the minors for sure.
No. We need people that if you're going to talk, if you're going to work, we don't want you to take up a spot because we had people waiting. So that's all, bud.
We thought we had somebody waiting that wanted to actually say something, but he's got himself on mute so he can be on a phone call here.
He's trying to close a deal. That's all right.
No,
I'm
we're
in
talking
sales.
like Bobby, Bourbon Battalion.
I just got a screen. There's no one on the line. It was just the home
He
screen of
works
his
for
phone.
NASA.
You tell me the price I got to
There
hit,
you go.
Strong, and I will hit it, and we'll get this deal done.
All right, I'm here. I'm sorry.
First place, a new car.
I realized you guys
Second place,
brought me in and you were hearing me talk on the phone. I was like, oh shit.
Because we saw
Third
you in
place,
the video forever. We're like, what are you doing?
Hey, real quick, Stahl. I just got a package from you today. Is that something I'm supposed to move on to JD? Is that?
Yep, that was what JD won on the stream.
That is,
Okay.
Ezra Brooks.
So glad to see Dan and Julie on here.
We're so glad to see you, Shane.
And Mr. Calori, I mean, look at, you're not kidding. This is an all-star team right now.
Cheers, Daniel H.
What about me? You didn't like seeing me? Okay.
You don't even say hi to me in streams anymore, buddy.
He's big timing us.
Yeah, it's like, oh, golly, I'm a big time streamer. I don't have to say hi to Stahl anymore in streams.
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to Shane?
No, that's you, buddy.
Me? I talk to you. What do you mean I don't talk to you?
I like see Mashbill, like I'm like, chatting in stream, and then all of a sudden Mashbill puts this list of people to say hi to, and somehow Stahl's omitted.
I think they typed you in.
You don't make the cut anymore.
Yeah, I don't make the cut. Like, oh, golly.
If I put everybody's name, that's why I just put like 4. It was 4 people.
Billy
and
Jack, who's
and
first
everybody
time ever in a stream, he says hi to, but
and everybody.
Everybody but Saul.
Hey, everybody.
bitter.
but
He's
Stahl.
bitter, Mike.
That's what I heard.
Did you guys give Dan and Julie details about last Friday?
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it.
That's Friday what happened.
Oh, Julie, you watched some of that, Matt?
I watched some of it.
Did you see this? Did you see my double bottle chug?
Woo! No, but you can do a replay right now for us.
I just wanted to talk about how much we love
Shane, you need to save some of that for a couple weeks from now.
Dan's gonna cry every time I take a drink and it's Pappy. He starts crying.
Got called out.
Holy that.
There.
Happy old Carter.
Oh man,
What does that mean?
flashbacks. Oh my god.
An old
That makes a Paul Walker. What?
Save some of that for the 24-hour stream.
I
Johnny.
mean, that's no Jason Busey, but
That's
This is the kind of shit we were doing last Friday.
Yeah.
Just nonstop.
It looked like
Shane,
fun.
you saw the shirt, right?
yeah. Yeah.
You gonna want
A
one,
red
Shane?
vampire. Wow.
What was that, Scott?
There's
You
another
want one of
one.
those shirts?
Do I want one?
Good choice,
Have you
Ken.
seen them?
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah, that's
How
a
much-
good drink, man.
Redwood, man.
How much is left?
Yeah,
Ken's
not
like,
much. I
Ken's
keep
like
killing
it's
it.
after 12 o'clock
Dude, you
here.
still got
I'm
like
in.
half, Ken. Good job.
Yeah, he's going to be known as Bourbon Down Under if we keep the hand deliveries.
You know my rules, Shane, though. I can only chug when I know it's the end of the bottle because I have this thing about recorking saliva. I just don't do it. So I only chug out of bottles that are
You
at
do
the,
it with Sherry Carter
at
in
the
a
end.
dive bar
No.
bathroom.
at the end. I got to find bottles that I know I'm going to kill right then because I just don't. 10,000 microorganisms corked in, and it's not my thing.
Don't
But I'll
worry
find
about
bottles close to the bottom
kills
of
it.
I'll tell you, Dan and Julie, man. I'm like, you showed me those 2 Al Young. I'm literally on secondary looking for an Al Young bottle right now.
You can
Oh
just
no,
go to
man.
Florida.
So there's a couple of bottles we don't like sending sample, although I violate that
No,
rule all the
no.
time. But you come drink that. You come to our house, you can have it. But that's it. Just knock on the door. And
3 times, and the password is.
Hey, I'm
Dan and
Florida,
Julie.
buddy.
You're not allowed in the house, but what you do is you knock on the door. They hand you a Glen and say, "Okay, knock that out. Now hand it back to us. All right, you got
Yeah.
your sample. Now get."
No, they give you a sample. It's like, tell us what that is, and we'll let you in.
Hey, Tim Evans.
Go to the hose and wash it, and then give it to us.
yeah, we're about done with sample bottles after that stream on Matt's.
Oh yeah, that was, you guys were incredible there. That was
an epic. That was an
awesome
epic
what you guys
stream.
did. Yeah, Friday night, Tim, we pulled that video down for the record. I do have a copy, but that's only that's
It's
not
gonna go
for
to the highest
blackmail,
bidder.
that's for snipping.
It's gonna go to the highest bidder.
Yeah, we want to take snips just of like schlongs, bottle chugs, and Klein killing that Eagle Rare. Those things
What
are
else did I
good.
bottle chug? Oh, I think I did a Disco 4 too, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do a
I couldn't even
montage.
remember doing that rye.
What's that?
Did you really
I want to
take
do a
it down?
montage.
Yeah, there was some stuff on there that really didn't need to be out in the public.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took it down. Yeah.
What happened was
I mean,
Maybe trim off the last whatever amount of time, and then you can put
Yeah,
it back up.
if we could have done the whole thing minus the last 15 minutes, we probably would
Yeah.
have been okay.
Yep.
But
Same,
yeah,
man.
we didn't want anybody to be embarrassed or anything like that. So we just said it doesn't need to be up there. We're more of a live stream anyway. We don't get many after views. So
We don't get any views in the first place.
That trip went down.
But it was a fun night. We had a lot of fun. It was pretty fun.
Almost as fast as Nick hit the floor.
Kalori, are you still scouring secondary, man?
Public. Yeah, I'm done. I can't find one. I'm done.
I'm sorry, Jason. I may have bought the last one. It was for Dan's 50th, though.
Yeah,
you probably did.
So we do have Nick Proman on right now. I think it would be appropriate to get some dirt on Adriana since she's not on. You need to give us something that we can type in chat when she's in chat that makes her think.
I need to know why. I need to know why Adriana detests rye so much. What's the inside scoop on that?
Just the men. She hates the men. That men note just
dude. I gave you guys so many rides that had no men.
The men.
I heard the men. I heard men.
I gave you so many rides that had no mint. What the fuck?
That's what it is.
Oh, speaking of Adriana and we got the Battle of Utah coming up. We set a date for that so I know when I need to get these samples set off?
No. I'm guessing probably mid-June.
Mid-June? Okay.
What are we talking about?
Battle of Utah.
Oh, I already have it set
with
up.
my bottle.
I got the Battle of Utah ready to go.
Okay, so what's the date? Because I need to send you the other samples, right? Or are you just doing it all on your own with the samples?
I have like 4 samples that I have planned, but if you have a couple you want to add, we'll talk.
Okay. Because I got to get my referee shirt too. So
yeah, you better get it. Careful, they run small. I found out.
Well, no, I just go to the tent maker and then just have them make it instead of red and white. I just have them make them black and white, and I'll be good.
Yeah, for sure. So, Jason, what do you have coming up, buddy? What's next on Mash and Drum besides some ridiculous store picks that we heard on your Patreon stream yesterday?
I won't be reviewing the store picks, but I think next up I have is the new Blood Oath Pack 7, Calumet 15. I know the Junkies and also Drums and Drams did reviews of those, but so I held back mine just to kind of before I do that one. I have my You Only Need 5 Rides video coming out. I'm also working on a top unique whiskey video, like the best bourbons that are actually unique in today's crazy market of people throwing out bourbons every other week. And then on top of that, I'm working on getting the Jack Daniel's new master distillers on the channel as well. So that's probably my biggest focus right now is trying to get some cool guests. I have Greg Metz from Old L coming on the channel, and also what's the other one? The guys out of Georgia, ASW Distilling as well. So.
And I owe you an email about Colorado to set up something Colorado-wise.
Absolutely.
Later, but it was a rough week for me, so I apologize for being.
Someone playing guitar.
Yeah, that's Schlong, man.
Shane Long.
Shane Long strumming that. If I wouldn't blow out the speakers with my drums, we could jam.
For sure.
And if you missed Friday's stream, we had a sing-along session that was
epic,
totally out of tune.
Everybody on screen was singing,
and the amount of delay was amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Delay, out of tune, drunk. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was the worst bummer gig you've ever played.
Probably like, what am I watching right now?
It's gonna happen on the 24-hour stream again.
Oh yeah, we better get Schlong. Schlong, are you going to appear on Ken's stream playing the guitar?
Yes, sir.
Always does.
There'll be 2 sessions. There'll be an acoustic session and an electric session.
And I really everybody should join the first 4 hours. That's 10 to midnight or 10 to 2 in the morning East Coast time. And then you really got to get on at 6 Eastern time. 7 Eastern time, on Saturday, because that's when Ken will have been drinking for 18 hours straight.
Yeah.
And last time he hit the 20-hour mark, he like fell over in his studio. So it's really worth watching.
Just a quick floor nap. Just a quick floor nap.
Ken has the iron liver that wears a kilt.
For real.
Yep.
Well, he's also in Australia where they proof everything down because they're apparently a bunch of pussies over there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like, oh, it's barrel proof at 83.
Yeah. Well, you guys, what do you get? The Buffalo Trace at 74 or some shit?
Yeah.
Jim Beam. They get Jim
Yeah,
Beam
81
white.
proof Blanton.
What is that? Hold on. I got
Jim
it.
Beam.
Got
Jim
him.
Beam
That's
white
an
label.
110. That's
Oh,
an
it
110.
is. Oh, that's yeah. There you go. That's 110. Take
But
it.
how much is that Jim Beam though? That white label.
Oh, the fucking white label's 37%.
Yeah, it's only 60. It's only 74.
Is that even considered whiskey in the U.S.? It's not bourbon, right? Like bourbon has
It doesn't have to be 80.
You can't call it.
Because
You
they
can't call
bottle
that
that shit here.
You can't call that shit bourbon in the U.S. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
And then Buffalo Trace gets watered down, but all of the turkey stuff is all good.
All Buffalo Trace is fucking watered down.
It's because turkey rules.
But I could totally live in Australia if I wasn't married because I heard they love American accents, not English.
Hey, we got
We like any accent.
a couple of guys.
Yeah, the spiders love them, Mike.
What about American East Coast accents? How do they feel about that?
Yeah, they're the
Oh,
best.
you're in, bro. You're in. That's
Hey, guys,
what I've
Marty.
heard. Hey, oh, Marty, I was going to ask what you have coming up next, but we lost you.
Tomorrow around 8
We got
o'clock.
a-
We're going to do this year's Bookers.
All right.
So it'll be me and Jenny. Everybody wants to see Jenny. They don't want to see me. I get it. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do a live stream. So I'll probably do some I'll put the link up as we get done so everybody can join on. So, but, yeah, that's tomorrow. I've got some other things in the mix. I'm going to do the Metallica Blackened in the next probably 2 weeks. So, but, yeah. Thanks for having me on. Jason, let me know about the Chattanooga thing, man. I'll help whatever I can. I'm like 3 hours from there.
Yeah, for sure, man. When once I figure out a date with the patrons, and everyone wants to come down. But I wanted to bring up. I know Big League Bourbon was on before, and I think he got lost in the woods or something. But
He was working.
yeah, he. Have you guys seen the baseball lineup card for the bourbon, which is pretty cool?
Yeah,
cool.
Adam Dorman started that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. You guys know I'm a huge Mets fan. It's been a rough life, but they're playing good right now. I'll do a bourbon on that. Oh, he's here. He's there. He's in the woods. He's good.
Jason,
So.
did you see the graphic you did of you on the train too? That was pretty epic, man.
Yeah, that's we've been working on that for the last couple months. That's going to be I think that's going to be the next like big Mash and Drum shirt we're going to release. So yeah,
That's badass.
it's an amazing shirt. So I'm
Hey,
gonna
Marty, peace out, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Later, Marty.
gonna send one of those shirts
See
to
you tomorrow,
Fred.
buddy.
I'm gonna send one of those shirts to Fred, hopefully, and see. Hopefully, he'll wear it.
Oh,
it's Busey.
There it is.
He only
Come on.
he only came on the bottle chug of freaking Iron Man.
You're an animal.
Jason, when did you cut your beard down?
Right back where you left off.
Cut it down for the summer.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be too hot for the summer with the longer beard, huh?
The abuse is loose.
How's everybody?
What's up, Jason?
Good now that you're here.
Oh shit, Bobby's here.
Man,
Stop
that's
talking
good
about
juice. Texas.
Brimstone.
That's just
Yeah, Mike dipped himself out like a nice guy. To let everybody in.
It's his own show. He should rotate his Saul out.
Oh, I think that was a.
He still could have
Tito
gone.
was volunteering.
What's that?
I think Tito was volunteering. Oh no, I think Mike's taking a piss. Never mind.
Okay. If he needs something covered, then I'm good with that.
He just walked off camera. So.
So just a reminder to everybody, Dan and Julie have a video being uploaded right now. It'll be out tonight.
Yep.
Ken's got his 24-hour stream. What else? What's your review this week, Ken? Or do you have one coming out this week?
Wild Turkey 101.
Is it actually 101 or is it?
No, it's 63.1, but it's really 31.
It's Wild Turkey 109 and a half.
It's Austin Nichols.
Wild
And
Turkey
then,
61.
Let's see, Burben, do you have any? You got any videos this week for any of your searching for other people?
No, I haven't recorded anything.
Okay.
I mean, I've actually recorded a lot. I haven't edited because editing sucks.
So then Bobby, you've got what, Fire Friday this week? No Fire Friday this week?
Yeah.
I thought you were
battalion hump.
What's that?
Just getting ready for the battalion hump.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because I thought you were doing it this Friday with for some reason I thought you were doing it with what's her name? Michelle Lynn. I thought you guys doing a Fire Friday about the whiskey.
We've talked about it, but we have to coordinate that.
Okay. So and then Tito, you got anything new?
Two videos coming out. The Old Carter one, but it's an older Old Carter, and a video on the marbles situation.
So Jason, since you're going to do the lineup card thing, and you'll basically be the first person doing the actual video on YouTube. Are you going to Are you going to call out people like everybody else does with those?
Oh yeah, I'm going to call out everybody.
Okay.
Hey, Dan and Julie.
Yes.
Love you two so much, by the way. The Old Carter, I cannot tell you, like, I don't think I would have been nearly as drawn to it until I watched a couple things with you guys in it, and then sharing that whiskey weekend night with Mark when he brought that batch 6 out.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you can ask these guys. I won't shut up about it. I'm sure they're sick of hearing about it. I'm like, I will pour everything I got down the drain for that American batch 6. I swear to God, that stuff is so good.
I've been saying for since I tasted it, and I mean you guys tasted the full lineup, but that American whiskey batch 6 is special.
Oof.
Mark was walking around like he was a drug dealer, opening his coat, like, "Hey, taste this." Taste this.
I was like Dave Chappelle.
Oh man, can I get some more?
I feel like. Do you guys remember the old movie, Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you remember when he switched his hat backwards and it was
He do this. He go.
Yeah. So yeah, and then he do this. So when Mark shows up with that newsboy hat,
Yeah.
that you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
He's got like bottles of Old Carter in his trench coat.
But
Hey, guys,
that's what makes them so great, though. Everyone that's met him has the same kind of story that Shane has, or that we have, or that you have. And then, when we were there, and I don't know if they did that Instagram live while we were there drinking, but while we were drinking, they gave us the best tasting stuff, and all of a sudden Sherry goes off, comes back with this bottle that's not labeled, and it's like pours us each a glass. And she's like, "I want you to guess what this was," and of course, none of us guessed, and it was a 28-year Old Carter. And then when we finished that, she came up with another empty bottle. It's like, "Guess what this is?" And we all tasted. We didn't guess. She's like, "It's another 28-year-old." Like it was a different one, but like they get so into sharing, just like we were talking about earlier. Like all of us enjoy sharing.
They're people. They a couple weeks ago when my mom was in town. It was her birthday week. Her birthday was April 25th. And April 28th, we were down in Kentucky picking the bullet bourbon picks for our channel, and then we went to go visit with the Carters to hang out with them and try their new lineup. And Sherry actually gave my mom an ink print of the horse carving that she did for these. So if you see the Old Carter bottles, the horse that's on the front of the bottles is actually a wood carving that she does, and she basically what you do is you carve the wood, you roll some ink on it, and then you press some paper on it to get the impression of the sturdy horse. And she had a bunch of prints that she had made up, and she gifted one to my mom for her birthday, as well as a bottle. I mean, I couldn't. They are such amazing people. It's hard. It's very easy to root for them and want to buy their stuff because they're so great, and they're such great people.
But there's nothing that you can ever buy your mom for her birthday that's going to top a bottle of Old Carter and a freaking print from the Carters.
What are you talking about, man? I got her. I bought her a MacBook. She's good.
I told you Sherry called me a couple of days ago, and she was just telling me about how great your mom was and how adorable she was and how she just loved your mom.
My mom loved. My mom was also the one that walked into Justin's House of Bourbon next door, and she was. So my mom, because of her connections in New York, she gets McKenna, and she gets a lot of bottles for retail, like $50 for McKenna. She got 2 Weller 12s for like $45. She went to Weller 12 where they're like four. She went to Justin's House of Bourbon. Weller 12 in there is $400, and McKenna was $100. And at the top of her lungs, she's in the middle of Justin's House of Bourbon. What the fuck is with these prices? I don't understand. Who buys it at these? What the hell? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Who buys this shit at these prices? I'm like, Mom, we're gonna get fucking kicked out. Shut up.
You got to bring your mom with you when you come. Mom.
She went off at the prices of Justin's House of Bourbon. I was dying.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, Bourbon Beginnings. Today he actually picked up a Blue Spot, and then he was just saying that he just saw a Woodford Reserve batch proof, the 128.3 for like $130. Reuben, I've got a bottle of that 128.3. Let me give you some samples before you go and spend $130 on it.
What about that was quick, Swags? What about that was fucking quick?
Real quick.
Jesus Christ.
The intro was really
Let me give you my different Mark and Cherry story. So I was going with a group picking down end of February to Kentucky. So one night I was just bored. I go on Old Carter's Facebook page and I shoot him a message like, "Hey, we're coming down. You guys got anything going on?" Next thing I know, 1 o'clock in the morning, my phone goes off.
Let me see
and I
your
start
eyes,
with
Bourbon.
messages, "Hey, we'd like you to come down. You know, what do you know? Everything else." Meanwhile, I start talking. I'm like, wait, who is this? She's like, Sherry, and it was like 2:30 in the morning. It was Sherry Carter just not sleeping, bullshitting with me on Facebook.
That's so.
But the week we were going to be there, they were out of town. They were back in California. So they had their one guy
in the bathroom. Didn't you hear that?
If anybody doesn't know Jay, who works for them now, who used to work at the Brown, who's an incredible dude. They had him show us around, take us over to Justin's, do a blind pour, in which I even liked their dickle. And then, the speakeasy door opens and they walk in. Oh, yeah, we wanted to surprise you. They flew in early just to come say hi.
That's who they are. If their whiskey wasn't as great as it was, I would still be such a big fan because of who they are. But their whiskey is so good. I mentioned earlier about having a guy that Jigs,
Marty.
who owns 2 liquor stores here, and he does some of the best picks around. But he came over and he had never had Old Carter, and he hadn't had some of the current BTACs. And of course, I shared the BTACs with him first, and then he wanted to try a couple other stuff. But then he drank the Carters, and he was like, "That stuff is better than anything else I drank in the BTAC collection." Like he was that big a fan, and it was the first time he'd ever had them. And he's like, that stuff's better than what I was drinking earlier, and it is. I mean, it's that good. What they can do with rebarreling and what they do with the same batch or same bottle of MVP is incredible compared to what other people can do with it. It's magical.
Yeah, so 2 other things on them. One, for people who don't know how insane it is to try and get bourbon around here, and I make it look kind of easy for some people, even though Jason's kind of got the corner on a lot of stores in my neck of the woods. That Old Carter, the first store to ever get it in New York, dropped last night. I know the store owner. He was going to hold me one of each of the new batch. One of his employees put them up at 10 o'clock last night and posted them to Instagram. And at 10 o'clock and 20 seconds, they were sold out.
Wow.
For $50 over MSRP a bottle.
Wow.
Wow, my store got me my Old Carter Batch 8 for $179.
Yeah, I was fortunate to get mine for $170. But I had to, dude. It was work. Like I left Whiskey Weekend. I went back to New Orleans, and I'm calling the distributor, going, "What stores are they dropping at?" They're giving me like 3 or 4 stores. I call those stores. They're like, "Oh yeah, we put them up. They were gone in an hour." I called the distributor back. I said, "What are the next stores?" They said, "Well, we've got this store tomorrow is going to be getting some." I called them up. He said, "Oh, I don't know if we got it or not, but you're welcome to come in the morning." And I said, "Okay, well, what time's the truck get there?" 10 o'clock. I said, "I'll be there at 10:30." I managed to get 4 bottles of Batch 5 American and 2 bottles of Batch 6.
Nice.
And then I grabbed 1 bottle of the Batch 10 bourbon. I didn't grab it. I mean,
Shane, we've paid $179 2 times out of all the Old Carters we have, probably 40 or more. We've paid $179 twice.
Yeah, it's hard.
Could you just announce?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to find them. It's kind of like I call it the Carter effect. When you're like there with them and you're drinking and you kind of leave their tasting room, all you think of is how the fuck do I get my hands on all these bottles? I want all of them.
Yeah.
Which is when I paid $250 for a single barrel that no one I know has ever tasted.
We're friends with them, and we still have to pay over.
I tried to hook Dan up. To be honest,
if anyone has tried the bottle I have, it's probably Dan and Julie. It's barrel 73.
I have that 73.
I have
that open, but I have it.
I have that. Is that a 13-year single barrel?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I have that one too. I have 73.
Hey, the ones
shout out and thanks to Daniel H for that sample, man. That was
you tried to hook me up.
Mike, what do you got?
Hold on. You said you tried to hook me up. Like I didn't let you hook me up. Like when was this?
Hang on. Let's go to the tape.
You sent me a text.
And why are you texting Dan about that?
You sent me a text about Kentucky Owl back. You sent me a text
about
contraire.
Why? Contraire, Mr. Like.
No, I told him, Shane, that it was.
I said you said Kentucky Owl, and I already have 2 bottles.
Kentucky Owl, and I said no.
If it was Old Carter, I messed up.
And I was like, why didn't you take him up on that?
I thought it
said I mean, basically, I could have bought 1 more bottle of Batch 5, and I probably could have gotten some more of the bourbons.
Okay,
that would probably been about it.
If it has to do with Old Carter, just text me. He's busy.
I don't think I have your number. I think I've only got Dan's.
Well, first of all, Shane, if it's Old Carter, I make it easy. Like I tell how I get so many bottles. I have friends in Kentucky. Hold on, I have friends in Kentucky and friends. You don't have to call me on an Old Carter. Just get it, and I want it. Like it doesn't even matter.
Okay, listen to this. April 28th, 9:25 a.m. I text you. I said on my way to get 7, 8, 9, and 10. I said, crap, they only had 10 and would only sell me 1. Says it's allocated, $175. Then I text you. I said, what's that?
I said, how's that help me out? Tell me you didn't get me any.
But then I text you and I said, hey, I'm on the way. I found Batch 5. Going to get it now.
What are your thoughts on Top Shelf Dustin's comments here, Shane?
Okay, well, I wouldn't be involved on this.
So, Shane, hold on. The last text I have from you at that same time is, first of all, ask Julie this. I have every text message since 2010. I have 11. I don't believe I have 11 years of text messages on my phone. And not kidding. Every single one since 2010. But the last text I have from you, you said, crap, they only have 10. They'll only sell me 1. It's allocated. And I said, nice deal. And that's the last text message I have from you is April 20th. Nothing since then.
Then you didn't get my last message. I apologize.
Side note, Shane, your birthday text to me was the funniest thing I saw in like a year.
That birthday song is awesome.
God, I laughed so hard. But anyway, carry on. Go ahead. I'm still looking at your message.
Anyway.
Yeah, so if you ever find an old Carter and you can get extra and you think I might want one, just buy it. I'll get it.
Well, I did buy all the music.
What are you drinking?
He's a bottle chugging iron root, dude.
Anyway.
No.
So
we don't need to
wait,
do
you asked me. Someone said something about batch 5. What?
Eagle Rare, Busey.
Let's see about
Top shelf, most overpriced young whiskey ever.
Oh, there you go. Your pick. No, you don't have to
Wait, is
bottle
that a
chug.
1.75?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna bottle chug. I'm like, whoa! It's a Wednesday.
So that's a
bro.
3 liter that he's holding.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Yeah,
a 3 liter.
You bottle kill that.
See, that's this. This is the one Jason actually has that he's using right now. Is the the 1.75. It just looks a little bit smaller in his hand.
Hey, I do want to shout out Daniel H. He sent Shitz and I some samples,
killer samples.
Yeah, we did some sample trades, but it's part of the reason I love whiskey, right? Because he opens something new, he tries something new, and he's like, "Dude, this is amazing. This is so good. I've never had that before." And I mean, he's sending us the Four Roses, LE, the freaking Angels Envy's cast strength that we can't get our hands on. And he's still sending us feedback. Like, I don't know. It's part of the fun of sharing whiskey, I guess.
Cheers to
The
Daniel.
old Carter.
Yeah. He sent us the old Carter.
The batch 5.
Yep. The
American
batch 5.
whiskey.
Yep.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
Top
Daniel
Shelf
H,
Dustin
thank you,
said
brother.
that was the most overpriced whiskey, 5-year-old whiskey. I don't know, man.
Dude, he uses that as like a doorstop, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why you would buy 5-year-old anything.
Yeah, we know what Top Shelf Dustin uses his bottom whiskeys for. Like,
I mean,
he's got way
I mean,
better.
like Happy,
Guys, 5-year-old.
Happy 23 and Old Carter's his bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. 5-year. You said 5-year. I just poured this for Julian. Out of all the Purple Tops Willets I've ever had, and I'm a big fan of Purple Top. I've had a lot of them. This is a 5-year, and it's a particular barrel that is by far my favorite. Better than the 7-year. I have a 14-year. It's better than my 14-year. And it's a favorite Purple Top I've ever had, and it's 5 years. And interesting thing on this, Julie got me this for Christmas. Crazy Christmas I had a few years ago. I mean, I got Eagle 17, Pappy 23, Pappy 23, Al Young, this bottle. Julie bought me like all this stuff for Christmas back when she hated whiskey. She just guessed and looked up what was popular. But anyway,
What was most expensive?
and she bought it for me one Christmas. And anyway, this bottle, I finished it and I was down to my last sip and I did not want to drink it because it was my favorite. And we were out on the back porch and I said, I can't drink it. It's my last sip. And she went inside and came out of her closet and she had found another bottle from the same barrel. There's only 130 something bottles in that barrel.
I want to explain the closet.
And she hides bourbon in her closet from me. But but anyway, she had found another bottle from the same barrel for me. So
Nice.
I heard someone say don't buy 5-year, but this is only 5 years old and it's better than.
Dude, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
I've got a cheap 5-year I like.
Hey,
Our
so Dan and Julie and Jason, Old Carter Rye. Which would be the I want to buy one bottle Old Carter Rye because I'm in this rye kick right now. What is like the batch that I want to try to go after?
I like batch 5 a lot, just like the bourbon batch 5 and 4. I don't know. What do you think, Jason? I mean, on the rise, Oak Carter batch 4 and 5, I like a lot.
5's probably my favorite.
I totally agree with you guys. 4 I really like, but 5 is kind of on another level. If you could get Rye Batch 5, I totally agree. That's the one you want to go for.
Okie dokie, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Didn't we send
I
you
ever see an Old Carter?
We don't
Yeah, that's that. You sent me the batch 5 rye, and I really liked it. I was just making sure there wasn't another bottle that's come out or one of the other
We
bottles.
sent you our least favorite. We were trying to get rid of it, so we sent you our least favorite.
Well,
that was the surprise. That was the surprise sample. Was the because I just sent me anything Old Carter, and you sent me the batch. I think it was batch 5 bourbon. And
I mean, delivered to you, but yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was hand delivered to me.
Great.
Yeah.
And then the batch 5 rye. You sent me 2 Old Carter samples.
Yeah. The thing that's interesting about
hand
old,
delivered.
Yeah, the old Carters generally don't get. I mean, Dan and Julie, you could weigh in here. I don't think they get enough credit for the ryes that they create as well. I mean, a lot of people focus on their bourbons and their American whiskeys, but their ryes are phenomenal as well.
They're doing ryes right now. I'm so excited for them.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they release 2 ryes at a time, a mark and a sherry. You know, every time they release a rye, they release a sherry pick and a mark pick. So they release 2 ryes. It seemed crazy until they just released 4 bourbons and 2 whiskeys at the same time, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's wild how they do those releases.
We have a theory in Colorado about Old Carter. It's fake news.
Fake news because you don't see it.
Doesn't ship here. Yeah, we're
Jason, thing on the rise. I think part of that is, and it could be completely just my thinking, but the competition on rye releases, especially in 2020, was crazy, right? The amount of good ryes that came out in 2020, I mean, it's hard to compete there. I mean, the Jack Daniel's Barrel, incredible. The last rye, Kentucky Owl, was incredible.
Yep.
There's just so many good ryes came out. It's hard to stand out in that category.
Yeah, I agree. And you also, I mean, you guys sent me that epic blind flight with the lock, stock, and barrel rye, which was amazing. But that Jack Daniel's rye was really hard to beat.
Yeah, there's some Boss Hog in there too, right?
Question for you, Jason. I got offered by my store owner Lock, Stock, and Barrel 20.
Worth it?
Dan and Julie, which is the one you sent me? Was that the 18?
18. I've never had the 20, but based off the 18, I would say with that sucker. It's only
the 18 was fucking. I mean, Dan and Julie sent me this crazy rye flight, and the 18 was hands down my favorite.
But it's going to be Alberta, I think, that because the 18 is. I'm sure it's Alberta, so you're basically getting Boss Hog,
but then I tried to get you to
Whistle
buy it at
Pig.
the store. And
Yes,
you
man,
wouldn't.
you should get it. But Whistle is probably like. I mean, think about you getting a Boss Hog for half the price, basically. Probably, similar whiskey, similar rye.
Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Is it worth? I mean, is 18 worth $2.89 a bottle though?
I mean,
that's subjective.
I think I got lucky when I think it was $1.99. But would I probably? Yeah, I mean, I would pay that for it.
But
18,
that's subjective.
But I mean,
the 20 was $3.50.
Yeah, that's probably
MSRP.
Look, you pay that's MSRP is $2.99 on a Kentucky Owl rye now, so it's definitely up there with that. It's a cool looking bottle too, and a fantastic name. It was one of my favorite movies, Lost, Stock, and Smoking Barrels. It's like a
that was an amazing movie.
That's funny.
What was
Yeah,
that?
I never know on that. Like, I've never tried it, and if you can't taste it, it's hard to drop $3.50 on a bottle.
I agree.
Yeah.
Buy Alberta Premium for $80. Buy a bottle of that, and if you enjoyed that profile, then I would get. It's a lot older, but it's got the same profile
I'll
as Alberta
deliver you
Premium.
some Alberta Premium first.
Yeah.
Do I have an Alberta bourbon?
I don't know. That's
No, I said I'll
everywhere.
deliver you some.
Bourbon has a bottle for me.
Oh, there you go. He's asking somebody else.
Wait, what do I have a bottle of for you?
The Alberta Premium.
Oh yeah, that's right over here.
It's
Where
over
are you
here.
at? Mike, where are you at in Colorado?
I'm up by Fort Collins. So I'm up by Old Elk, actually, about 10 minutes from my house.
Well, you can get Alberta up there, can't you? Or no, you can't.
They got so limited. We get so limited supply of everything. It's kind of ridiculous, and everything here is super delayed when we get it. So we don't get Old Carter.
Delayed, eh?
Well,
Hold
yeah,
my beer.
Old Carter's only in like 5 states.
Yeah, we don't get Old Carter in our state either.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
don't
I have a lot you would think you could hear, but we don't have Old Carter in Florida.
So everything I get that I'm not like that I'm getting is either from somebody like Bourbon that I know. So like the big liquor stores in northern Colorado got like one case of the Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye, the Heritage, whatever it's called.
And so
Bourbon hooked me up. So yeah, it's
you
you either
near
find a hookup or
Wyoming?
I'm sorry?
Are you near Wyoming?
Yeah, I'm about 40 minutes from Wyoming, yeah.
So you're close to Grand Junction.
No, Grand Junction's close to Utah.
Cheyenne.
Oh, you're on the other end. So
Yeah.
I lived in Denver, well, Aurora, and then I lived in Colorado Springs for a while. But
Yeah, so I'm northern Colorado, Grand Junction's western.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's where Matt's moving.
yeah, Matt's moving to Rifle.
Ooh, Rifle. Yeah, Rifle's cool. They have an airport too, by the way.
And they're going to need it
Yeah, we're
because
it.
if people haven't heard, I-40 is shut down for the foreseeable future by Memphis.
Oh, I-40?
Yep.
Why?
The bridge cracked that goes over the Mississippi.
That was some amazing random details, Bourbon.
Well,
Just a
I
crack
actually
bridge.
got a message about it before because a buddy of mine's an over-the-road driver, and he's like, yeah, if you know anybody trying to head east-west right now, they're not doing it.
And amazingly enough, in Canada, gas just increased 14 cents a gallon.
Sorry.
Anybody want a bottle of Alberta cast strength rye?
Batch one or two.
Two.
Mike Stahl's batch. Mike Stahl's batch.
Yeah, mine, Stanley. Hands off, buddy.
There you go. You'll like it. If you like that, then you'll,
It's good. I
if
love
you
that.
enjoy that, then go after the lock stock. But they don't all taste the same. I mean, obviously, other than Boss Hog 5, I think Spirit of Mauve, which is MGP, I think the others are Alberta, and they all taste completely different. So,
What do you think, Jason?
Mr. I Hate Boss Hog.
Mr. Boss Hog
Don't get me
Snob.
started. Don't get me started on Boss Hog.
Don't give me any Boss Hog attitude.
Well,
Listen, I think Boss Hog puts out some great unique. The Boss Hog releases are all very unique.
the bottles
But
are awesome.
I just hate the fucking prices of them. I think all Whistle Pig is overpriced, honestly.
You and me
Yeah,
both.
for what it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
You and me both.
The best deal
Still
in
buying
Whistle
it, but
Dude, the
it's never
cork, the
priced.
top on that's got to be worth half the price of the
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the cork
pewter
on
top they put on
the
it.
cork on it's like $100.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
weighs on the
but-
bottle.
Yeah, but there's a good story behind that. So they had a company down the road from them or whatever, a small family company, make their cork, who
The
was going to,
pewter.
or
Pewter.
the pewter that was going to go out of business, and they employed them to make their
Yeah, they
the
contracted
pewter
them to
of
make
it
them to save them,
to save them.
and they never stopped using them since then. That's
Yeah.
I mean that's
there's
cool.
like a-
I mean that's cool, but I don't drink the fucking cork.
No, you're supporting a family-owned business. Like that's the cool thing about bourbon is there's
I mean,
a story
yeah,
behind it. You know what,
I
Jason?
like
Don't
that.
drink the Boss Hog, okay?
Yeah, I
I'll
like
drink the
that.
Boss Hog, and you don't get it.
But the thing with Whistle Pig to me, it's you can buy Alberta premium Canadian rye for pretty cheap, and I just feel like they're charging an overprice for it because of the marketing
overpriced.
and what they're finishing it, and that's my only
Well,
that's my only gripe with them. Not to
So
say it's
Jason-
bad whiskey, it's very good whiskey.
Here's
I
my
think
way
their
to look at it.
6-year is.
You know what secondary is on Boss Hog, right? The same as retail, right? Because it's so expensive. So they
Exactly.
could price that bottle at $50, and you could pay $3.99 secondary, or you can just pay, $4.99 to them. Like if that was an $80 bottle, secondary would be $400 on it. But
Yeah,
because
I mean,
because they're charging the whole $400, $500.
Yeah,
there's no
I
markup.
could see that, and that's like one of those like arguments. Like if you guys thought, like if everything was priced like that, if like Buffalo Trace stuff, if Weller CYPB for example, if that like MSRP on that is like $50, which is a fucking joke. But if they already came out with it and said, hey, we're gonna price this at $400, $500. I mean, would the secondary be so insane on it as it already is? It's an interesting question.
Well, think of it as an expensive bottle. There's very few expensive bottles that have any sizable secondary markup. I mean, the Kentucky Owls. Think of something that anything that has an MSRP, like very few bottles with an MSRP of around $300 or over get marked up much. There's exceptions, obviously, but
Is there anything that tastes like it costs $250?
no, but there's shit that tastes like it
Anything?
should, that costs shit and tastes the right amount. You know, like
Yeah.
Well, so
But
okay, the thing when you talk about the Boss Hog, the pewter corks and everything else, I look at the pewter cork on a Rogue Dead Man. It's the same size, but the bottle costs $45. You know, and yeah, it's garbage. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rogue Dead Man's not the greatest thing that's ever walked the face of the earth, but
it's a cool bottle, though. I agree.
But I'm not a fan of Whistle Pig in general. I've never had a Boss Hog, so I can't say. But I'm not a fan of the 15-year. I'm not a fan of the 12, the 10. Piggyback is garbage to me. So but that's just my own personal taste. I understand people want to pay $500-$600 for a
Piggyback's at
Okay, nobody wants to pay that. First off, okay.
$40.
Okay, well,
Piggyback is a $40 entry level Whistle Pig, which I think was genius for them. I actually happen to like it, but for $40, getting it. Here's how with like, I know, Jason, your point on like Alberta, but this is kind of my feeling on everything. Like, to say it's Alberta is like saying all NGP products are the same, right? I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
Like, you can taste 5 different NGP bottles and they're worlds different, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel the same way about even Alberta. It's the same basic profile, but they do something with that bottle.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying basically you're paying for that bottle top, and you're paying for the whatever they're finishing in, which is usually a pretty expensive cask. So I do understand that part of it.
Yeah, and like we have Whistle Pig, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up here, and we don't like you know, like the 3 the independents finished in Scotch hoghead barrels, which are these. You know, it's a very large, bigger than a whiskey barrel, and like that one is the only one I think we're disappointed in. And I know it was like one of those popular ones, but it's got such a weird Scotch finish to it.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, Whistle Pig, you know, they do very well. I mean, and I will say this about Whistle Pig: when you go to the distillery and you do a pick there, it's an absolute like first class experience.
And you will never be drunker.
Yeah, true.
I'm sure I haven't had that experience. But.
I don't know. I don't really care that much about it. It's just a joke now. It's just a joke between me and you, Jason. I don't care that much about it. So I'll defend old Carter to the death, but I don't really.
Oh me too. But like Julie, like Julie, you'll always be Boss Hog to me, Julie.
I know, like it's just become our thing. So,
well, let's see what the thing is right. I'm going to ask Julie this question. So we know what your feelings on Boss Hogs, but what do you think about Jason's trains?
Jason has trains. Jason's trains.
Fuck his trains.
Fuck my trains.
So that is my second.
I care about your trains.
That is my second coolest Fred Minnick comment ever. Maybe the first was him saying that you were so proud of your trains, and the look on everyone takes a picture of it. It is the look on your face when he wasn't excited about your trains. That's my that may be my favorite. My other favorite Fred Minnick moment.
Yeah, he like stabbed me in the soul with that.
Well, I don't want to. I know I can. I'm a talker, and I know I get to have it.
I gotta tell you guys on a really cool level. After we did that stream, I got so many messages about people telling me that they thought, you know, Fred was kind of a, you know, for lack of a better term, a pretentious douchebag with his ass caught and all that stuff. And after he was on the stream and he fucking lost it over the trains, and he talked about some of the stuff he struggled with after coming back from the war. I mean, I think he really opened himself up that night, and it ended up being a really and because of that stream, I mean, personally, he told me that because of that stream and opening up, it started him writing again. He hadn't been writing for a while. So I think, I don't care what anybody says, Fred Minnick is a really, really cool, down-to-earth dude, and he's an amazing guy. So
what I was going to tell you, Jason, is that your moment is one of my favorite Fred Minnick insults. But the other one is he has that show on Netflix. I forgot what it is, where he does these interviews. They're all in black and white.
Yeah,
and he interviews people. Well, when he's doing like the interview with Dave Pickerel, right before Dave Pickerel died, beginning of the show, he talks about the Spirit of Mauve, which is our favorite boss hog. He talks about that. And it was Fred Nick's final, it was Dave Pickerel's kind of final release. But he talks about how much it means. He said, let's take a moment and cheer to Dave Pickerel. But then in the video, when he's sitting down with Dave Pickerel's so proud of this bottle, and he asks Fred Minnick to try it. Fred takes a sip and goes, "It's no Black Prince." Like right to Dave's face. Like, so
that was
we have
great.
this joke with Matt, like when Porter, whenever we drink something and we don't love it, we're like, "No Black Prince." And Fred's in Dave Pickerel's face was like he wanted Fred Minnick to like it so much. And Fred's like, "Look, I'm honest. Ain't no Black Prince." Is funny as heck. That and fuck your train kind of.
Yeah. Fred,
hold on. Richie Z. If you join right now, both Shitz and I will leave the stream
I'll go back out.
Everybody wants to see you on the stream right now.
Richie.
Richie Z. There's like chat legends. There's like chat legends, and then there's Richie Z.
For sure.
So I've been on a live with Richie.
No.
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yes.
What was like?
Wait, was this a Patreon live or real live?
This was a private live.
Okay, that's not live.
Yeah, that's not live.
That's not live. That's just private.
We need Richie on the YouTube, the whiskey tube.
That's right.
Oh, hey, I forgot to tell everybody. I sent everybody a sample of batch 6. It's underneath your chairs right now. It's like Oprah right up in this bitch. So if everybody looks under your chair, there's an old card batch 6.
You get a 6. You get a
sample.
Richie Z is probably one of
Why
those
is it warm and smells like pee?
Come on,
Jason, this is not an insult for the record. He was just really tired.
Okay.
I fell asleep during Jason's, and I thought I was dreaming.
He fell asleep during your stream.
Oh, that's fine. I'm surprised I stay away from my own stream.
Nah, it was Trev, man. It was Trev.
Jason, don't worry. We've had people fall asleep on our stream.
We've had
and then wake up
people
and go back to sleep.
There's been a lot of people sleeping on Livewire.
Yeah, that never happens.
Never.
Yeah, Richie's a legend. I tell him we talk on Instagram every now and again, and I'm like, dude, when are we gonna see you on a fucking stream, man?
He keeps promising, but he's got all these ladies.
We've been begging him for weeks.
Yeah.
He is the nicest person.
He is.
He is the kindest person and the most considerate person.
Like honestly, Richie Z is the reason you start chatting in Whiskey Tube, right? Like you go on Mash and Drums channel, like Big Shot, everybody's talking, you got the likes going off, and Richie Z is all of a sudden like, "Hey, Mike Stahl, cheers, buddy. What you drinking?"
Yeah,
Richie's very welcoming, very
the atmosphere-esque. Like you show up and it's like the same thing every time. Hey, cheers, buddy. Hey, what are you drinking?
Richie was the first one to welcome me into any show.
Say hello.
He is the community's welcoming committee.
Richie, I just saw your comment. Your hair is a mess, so you're not coming on.
Oh my God, Richie.
Look at us.
Dude.
Richie
We
Z,
have
you're
these
getting
hot
called out.
messes on here, and you're worried about your hair.
Richie, you see this?
Yeah, look at Burbank.
On a chat.
Richie, I'll tell you what I'll do to make you feel better about it.
Until I meet you in person.
Look, to make you feel better about the messy hair, watch. There.
Don't even care.
Richie Z has glorious long hair. I love it.
So there you go, Richie. So come on. I can't miss my
hair. Don't care.
Kind of care, but.
There you go.
But we want you to be in chat, Richie, so we don't want to pressure you so much you don't want to be talking to us.
Yeah.
Oh, look, PC just realized Dan and Julie were on the stream.
Mike, you're so political. That was perfect.
I got some of that batch 5.
Wait, Dan, do you have the good shoes on?
What?
Do you have the good shoes on?
He doesn't have any shoes on.
Well, hold on.
He probably has them right there.
I just took them off because I had to climb back on this bar, and they're not the same. I'm barefoot right now, but they're right here.
Thanks, Mike.
I don't have a boat, but I want those damn shoes.
Because those were
those are brown.
Those were suede Ferragamas, and water messes them up. So these are also Same ones.
Richie says we have to give him an hour. We're
But
going
these are,
Richie.
this is
you got
this
5
is
minutes,
a dark
Richie.
blue pair.
You got 5 minutes.
Same shoes, but they're in tan.
He's got one dog
How
hour.
much shoes?
Dan, I want a pair of those black velvet ones.
Yeah, I got black.
For the record, I don't want this batch 5 to end.
Oh, that's what I'm finishing too.
Daniel,
The
H,
batch
thank you
5?
so much. Yeah, the
Yeah.
batch 5.
All right,
I want
I'm
it
going
to
to finish this 4 gate because it's trash. And grab that old Carter.
So
Batch
that-
5
you
is only
guys
like
are
5
drinking-
years old.
Get
You
some
guys are
batch
drinking
5
the
with us, Shane.
The batch 5 Old Carter you're drinking?
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is old
American
Carter.
whiskey.
Yeah, it's old Carter.
That's
Richie, we'll be asleep in an hour, but I appreciate you. You can just stay on and chat, man. We love you. You're
Yeah,
probably
that's
one of the most loved people
delicious.
in here.
Hell yeah, he is.
For the record, I want this to be old Carter.
We'll get you on one of these Sundays, Richie Z, when you're not with
I
all
got
the
to get you
ladies.
some, BC.
I get up about
Richie said he's
4.
going to come on the
I got
24
you,
hours.
buddy.
I'll be up in a couple hours.
Yeah,
I'll put my email in the chat.
Hey
Give me
guys,
your address, I'll send you some.
hey guys, I'm gonna jump off. It's been a long night, so I appreciate you having me on.
Jason, thank you so
Jason.
much for being here, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank you,
man.
Jason.
I will email you about the
Hey,
Colorado.
you didn't say
stuff.
anything.
Yeah, let me know about the Colorado stream, and anytime you guys, if you're coming on, let me know. I'll be happy to jump on.
Yeah, let's
Awesome.
make it happen.
Thanks, man.
Jason, come to
Dan and Julie, I'll be in touch about the old elk pick. All right, guys.
Perfect, man.
Yes, please.
Peace, buddy.
All right. Cheers. See you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jason. Now there's a spot for Richard.
Yeah, we brought Swags back.
Richie says he's waking up in an hour. Like
Swags
it's
is
4 in the
waiting.
morning. Wakes up in an hour.
All right, guys,
Stanley, what have you been doing?
I'm going to go do some work.
Me,
Just
just
going. All right, see you, Ken. Cheers.
Cheers,
folks.
Ken.
Later,
Just-
Ken. Cheers, buddy.
just eating a little something, drinking a little bit of Alberta dark batch. That's about it.
At batch 5, man. Ooh. I haven't even tasted it yet. I'm just
And so,
nosing.
as good as that batch 5 is, 6.
Wait, is that American batch 5 or bourbon batch 5?
That's
American.
Yeah. American.
Hey, Dan, I had a question for you. I know you're a huge bourbon drinker, but are you a Scotch drinker at all? And I'm sure you've answered this 4,000 times.
I mean, yes, I don't drink nearly. I probably not even 10% Scotch now, but I used to years ago drink the other way around. It was probably 90% Scotch and 10% bourbon. So I still enjoy Scotch. I probably only have 15 or 20 bottles of Scotch. But I do enjoy Scotch still. To me, I drink bourbon, I sip Scotch. So Scotch is like, depends on my mood. Like if I was sitting down real slow night, I enjoy Scotch. She doesn't like drinking Scotch with me, so I don't drink it as often. But I do still.
So going back to the statement someone made earlier that what whiskey is worth $400. Did you ever have the Bruichladdich Dark Black Art?
No, but I've heard nothing but good stuff about it. You have it?
I have a bottle I haven't cracked. I'm waiting until I finish my master's to crack it. So
Oh, congratulations! That's awesome. How far are you away?
probably either this fall or this next spring.
Man, congratulations. We have the nicest bottles of Scotch I have. I mean, I don't remember what I have, but I have probably the nice one is a Macallan rare cask that she bought me. I got about half a bottle of that left. That's probably the nice. All the good bottles I got she bought, but that's probably. Look, I've been an easy guy to buy presents for the last 30 years. It's like whiskey. So, but I like that bottle. And I probably had that bottle open 10, maybe more, maybe 12, longer than that. No, I had it the other 2 houses ago. So probably 12 years. And I drink a little bit here and there. I still got half a bottle left.
Yeah, husbands
are always the easiest to shop for the record.
Yeah, my go-to Scotch is Talisker. I think it's like one of the best combinations of a traditional Scotch and an island Scotch.
Which one?
I like Talisker Storm. I know a lot of people don't. They like 10 better, but I'm also looking at. I think I may get a bottle of 18 this next week.
So I like that too. If you ask my favorite, I'm a Lagavulin. Like Lagavulin's my favorite damn, probably in Scotch altogether.
And Talisker just announced they're releasing, I think it's a 43 year. And I'm unsure what that would be like.
Well, people in here think bourbon's expensive. Scotch is up there, man. Scotch is up there.
So the difference though is like you can get some really good Scotch like not really good, but you can get, good Scotch easily and affordably, right? So like you can get the Macallan 12, which is kind of like a go-to for a lot of people. But it's when you try to get that like really good Scotch that it goes up quick.
Yeah,
like
you can spend 10 to 15 grand on a bottle of Scotch easier than a can of bourbon.
Yeah, for sure. Like the high-end Scotch is like high-end Scotch.
But the same for bourbon though. It's just what people want. Because I mean, you can get a bottle of Old Granddad for 20-something bucks, which is fantastic. You can get a rare breed for $50, which is a fantastic bottle of bourbon. I mean, there's some good bourbon for under $50, $60, a lot of it.
Well, I think that's the thing that, you have Dan and Julie, is the idea is that there's so many things that are really good that gets overlooked because you have so many things dropping every day.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why I like the shelf turds, right? I mean, other than they're completely creative and way beyond anything Shitz and I could ever do, but from a creativity perspective, but like, their whole premise is like, we buy what everybody buys. We're not, and it's cool. They do blinds on that. They do, bring in the Jack Daniels and
Mike, we sent them a flight and they sent us instructions that said, don't send us anything for our blind. It's over $50. We won't do it. Like on our blind, there's like, if you want to send us something to drink just on the side, send us whatever you want. We'll drink it. But for us to like do on our flight, it needs to be something
we did them a weird blind.
Yeah.
So
we didn't listen to them, but
yeah, no, you've got to like be like, look, just say this is the non-shelf turd blind. Whatever.
No. We sent them a blind that there's one bottle in there that's more expensive, and we were like, can you pick it out? Like, that's interesting. Can you? Is it noticeable? They pay more money for that.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
not always noticeable.
That's a really cool blind.
Yeah.
Shitz sent me a blind, and it was, like the winner was Booker's, which I kind of knew it was Booker's.
As it should be.
Yeah, Bobby knows. And my least favorite of the 5 was Stag Junior Batch 15.
That's a lot of people's least favorite Stag, though, is 15.
Yeah, 15.
Have we had the 15?
Yeah.
We have it. I know, but I don't remember.
But it's funny, like you mentioned Booker, like Julie, the only bottle, and I'm not a huge Booker fan, but Julie's not at all the only bottle she likes is the Booker's 30. Like any other Booker, she just doesn't like, and it's nothing to do with price.
I'm not high maintenance.
It's just the Booker's 30. No, the Booker's 30 doesn't taste like a Booker's at all. Like you wouldn't be able to pick Booker's 30.
I really prefer
I would take
Old
Old
Carter
Granddad
or Kentucky Owl Batch 4.
Yeah.
Well, Stahl, we
Kidding,
were
Julie.
not being high maintenance.
But I would say this, right? So when you're talking like Dan and Julie, right? So like when you're talking like palate exploration, right? You're like exploring your palate. What are the things that were your hitters that as you have advanced, what are the things you've went back to and you realize that like, dude, that is terrible now?
Well, I would say for us, probably I know for her, be the Weller lineup because she used to drink all weeded and I still like it, but we used to both drink Weller 12 like crazy, and for her mainly that was it. But now that she drinks, she prefers something in the 115 all the way up 130 proof. Going back to Weller 12, you're like, you drink that and you're like, okay, it's okay, but like, why did I like this so much? And you're like, that was one that used to be your favorite.
Weller 12?
Yeah,
Well, I still love Weller 12. Special Reserve.
You used to like Special Reserve. But I'm a little different. Like I've probably had 2 bourbons, maybe 3 in my life that I'd say I don't like. And it's because when I drink, I try and find something I like about every bottle, whether I spend $20 on the bottle or whatever. I try and find either something on the nose or some note in it so I can appreciate something about it. So I have a hard time saying I don't like the bottle because I can find some. I may not buy it again ever, but I don't know what I could go back to and say. Weller's come to mind. I actually used to like Dickel, and now I hardly can drink a Dickel. So maybe that.
That's the cool thing about like palate thing, right? Like you advance. Like, and I think this is like a really important thing that somehow gets lost is that it's really hard to go back to something, and you can find things you like, and you have to honestly talk to someone that's like just coming into it But when you go back to that, it's the idea of somewhere along the lines that you're looking for something more. And what is the big thing that everybody's hitting on? A mid palate expression, a big mid palate expression. Like there's like 5 different things I need to really like sit and evaluate this because it's changed. And back in the day, right? Because hey, listen, we're somewhere close to the same age bracket, right? I've been doing this since '98, and there's things that were hitters to me back in the day. I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm just saying that they just don't do it for me. But I understand why they did back then.
Well, I think a lot of that also come like to me with higher proof whiskey, and I'm not one of the people like. I mean, I love Barterhouse is one of it's low proof. I mean, I like some, but when you start enjoying a good high proof whiskey, if something doesn't punch you in the mouth when you drink it, you start like, that's not that great. You know, like you get used to thinking it has to wow you as soon as it hits your palate, right? And if it doesn't, you know, and that wasn't the case before. I used to like something an easy drinker, right? Like, hey, if I can drink it easy, like with dinner, like a drink, that was my bourbon. Now, you know, it's complete opposite. Like I want something that is like just an explosion of flavor when it hits me. And unfortunately, that makes you judge other good stuff, you know, maybe harshly.
And I think that's the thing that's like, I think that's like an important thing that somehow gets missed, right? We have to figure out how do we have to realize who is on our stream, what are they hoping to get, how do we like explain this is why you like it, but this is what you're gonna like, and it just changes. It changes so drastically.
It does change.
What are you gonna say for you?
So when I started out, like I only liked weeded, and it had to be low proof, of course. Like you know, the typical. Well, all right, I shouldn't say that, so I'm not going to say that. But now, and I hated rye. I wouldn't touch rye every time. Just example. Now I love rye. I'm drawn to rye. I like higher proofs. I stay away from weeded. I don't stay away from them, but they're a lot sweeter, and I don't like the sweetness of them. So it completely evolves over time. And I've only been drinking whiskey for
2 years,
like right at 2 years, maybe a little under.
But she's got to sample some good whiskey in 2 years.
But you know, I think
that Old Granddad and Rare Breed right now, I'm on a roll with those. Man, I would take those.
He drinks more Rare Breed probably than anything.
Dude, those Rare Breed. So in that blind, Booker's was first, Rare Breed was second for me.
You know, I think the thing that's really important is like what Julie's hitting on, right? Because I'm getting ready to do a series after I do the Booker Long Haul. You know, my wife is going to jump on, which is shocking. My wife didn't even drink until like 2 years ago, and it was like a strawberry daiquiri. She didn't drink her. I've been married for a long time, and
you get it.
She didn't even drink our champagne at our wedding. She just didn't drink.
Bragger.
Yeah. No, just it's a real, right? There's not many people in here older than me. I just listen.
I promise you I'm older than you. Go ahead.
I am.
She's older than me. So
I've been married for 30. I've been with my wife for 32 years.
Wow. Well, we've been married 26, and we've only known each other.
Julie, we're all over 30, so we're all older than you.
Exactly.
My wife goes
I'm older than Bobby.
I'm like Benjamin Button.
She's actually 3 years older than me. She just looks younger every year, and I start aging faster, so the gap.
You know, I think that
we know you're older than all of us.
But I think the thing that Julie said is like really important, right? You had to come in. Why did you not like rye? Well, rye is a spice bomb on the mid palate, which is the same as like a high proof bourbon, right? You have this whole thing. It's like, but you evolve to it, and you're like, wow, I really like it.
Well, and also, like when you're a new bourbon drinker, you don't know if it's, when you taste rye, you don't know if it's the spice or is it the proof. It's hard to tell, you know. So you're trying to figure all that out. There's a lot of nuances that you're trying to figure out when you're
See,
learning.
we're different. Like we do our, like, so for our, if you want to call it a channel, like we don't really, I'm busy. Like I don't really have time, but we say we don't even have one. Like when we're bored and we got nothing to do instead of watching Netflix, we're like, hey, let's make a video. And we like don't talk about like anything real, like serious, because number one, I realize that everybody's palate is different. Everybody tastes something different. Nobody's going to taste what I taste. Hey, anyone that knows me knows I don't believe anybody's tasting notes anyway. I think they're all full of shit. So it's like, and I know most people.
You don't think they taste caramel and vanilla?
Shit. Just say that.
No, it's okay. I think I'm full of shit just because I think it's not that I think I don't think that. I think we're the power of suggestion is so powerful. Like when you read a tasting note from the distiller, or you see the first reviewer do it, it's implanted. I mean, you're gonna get some of that, whether you would have or not. In fact, I've seen people make up tasting notes or make
30-year-old Ritz
Ritz
crackers,
and then other people do it. It's so hard. It's not that they're lying, but it's implanted. It's power of suggestion, and you're getting it there. But to us, it's like I don't want to deter anyone from ever buying a bottle or buying a bottle. I also don't want to encourage anybody to spend money on a bottle they probably don't have. So we kind of stay away from that. But there's enough other channels that do a great job doing that anyway, and so that's not really our
Plus,
thing.
we don't know completely. We don't know anything.
Hey, so do you guys want to hear something super cool?
What's that?
So I'm part of Colorado Bourbon Society, like Facebook group, group on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt Porter just posted on the Colorado Bourbon Society.
Wow.
Well, he's moving there next weekend.
Yeah. That must be why he's in. I just noticed he was on it.
Yeah. So he's headed that way this after next
Friday.
weekend, right?
Right. Well, not this Friday, but the following Friday.
But he's actually been a member since March of 2019.
Well, because he was out there earlier.
Yeah, I thought he lived in Colorado once before.
Or his parents do. Someone does. Someone lives
No,
out
no,
there.
no. His sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law. There you go.
Yeah. But to like what Bobby was saying about like for myself, there's like I was a huge beam guy when I was in the military, and then I stopped drinking for a while, and then when I got back into bourbon, I immediately went to beam because that was my way to go. So I had like the bonded, I have like the whole line of Jim Beam, white label, black label, double oaked, all that stuff, and I moved on from it, but I still go back to it. I still make sure that at least once every couple of weeks I go back and grab a bottle of Beam and drink on it, so that I'm not, number one, not say wasting it, but so that I don't get away from it. And then I have my like tried and trues every day, and I try to make sure like I start off every my first pour is always below 100, and then I work my way up to the 120s or whatever like that. That's why like my Knob Creek 12s on my desk right next to me. The Alberta Black Dark is next to me.
We kind of drink that same way. We rarely drink from the same bottle the same night, unless it's like, if we drink a rare beer. But like tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 different bottles we've drank from.
Yeah.
It's like one sip out of each one.
Orange gonna suck. So, is there anything that you started with, any of you, like you absolutely started with, that you don't like?
Yes.
You can't tolerate. What is it?
Evan Williams Scotch 3. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I went back to it years later on a Fire Friday and did an Evan Williams lineup, which I was an Evan Williams dude. And I was like, what? Okay, so I wouldn't say not tolerate. It just did nothing for me. I was so disenchanted with it. I was like, why? I was really confused on the idea of why did I think that this was really good back then? And it was a struggle because I literally have the entire Evan Williams lineup of everything they had.
Wow.
And I was just so disenfranchised because I've advanced to such a weird palate, being a wine guy that was also a bourbon guy. And somewhere along the lines, I was just like, this didn't have any complexity. It didn't have any finish. It didn't have anything that I would even say that I enjoy. Now, I know that, like, if you know me, you may or may not, I don't pour anything out. I can say, okay, what's it missing? I'll blend it. I'll smoke it. I'll do whatever I got to do because I will not pour anything
Same
out.
with a cocktail or something, yeah.
I will blend and smoke. And most of the people in here know I blend and smoke all day long. But I was so surprised how much I did not like 1783. I remember thinking it was
Well, I think we're all forgetting the real reason you're talking about, like maybe talking to new people on the channel. Look, the real reason to drink bourbon or to start on whiskey altogether is this right here, right? Like join a beer group or a wine group, right? It's community, and that's one reason I was so happy Julie got into whiskey. And I worked so hard after years to get her drinking it. Wasn't so she could drink all my whiskey and increase the number of bottles, which she did. But it's community versus like we used to drink a lot of wine, and look, they're just, other than the Carters, wine people just aren't cool. Like they're just not. And you know, you're out with drinking with your wine friends, and if you open a bottle that's under $100, you're like, what the heck are you drinking that trash for? You know, whereas your whiskey friends, they don't, you know, it could be a $12 bottle, it could be a $9 bottle Benchmark. It doesn't matter. And the community, I also have friends in the beer community, and you know, we drink beer. It's like a very different community there, right? On the beer side.
Very
like,
different.
Right here is the reason to appreciate whiskey. You got Shane sitting there just playing some background music for us. I mean,
always.
There's better people in this community than any other group out there.
Well, and I think the community gets just as excited if somebody finds like a $9 bottle of bourbon that's amazing as they do someone who brings the $200 bottle.
Well, you know, I think that's like really important, right? Because like I was a wine guy. I mean, I've been working out in California for years. I'm a member of a lot of Napa places. Some in Alexander Valley. I go up into that, Sonoma, and down to the southern thing. And what you have is this complexity, the idea of understanding. I don't hate anything, but I will absolutely give you my honest opinion. And it changed. It just changed. Because the things that I did have and the things that I didn't like changed. And it doesn't mean that I think it's bad. It just means that I've advanced.
Right.
Yep.
So then Ben, it's like Julie was asking, is there anything that you like started out with or whatever like that you just don't care for at all anymore, or anything?
Well, Special Reserve is definitely high up there. That was my gateway drug. That was my gateway drug because, and then I wish my buddy Tony Two Toes was still on here. He was my gateway into bourbon. Him and one other guy.
He said you were his gateway.
No, that's what I
I'm his
said
gateway.
too.
I'm his gateway into spending a hell of a lot more money on bourbon. And I was his gateway into whiskey too. But no. So we worked together, and he would always tell me about bourbons he was buying. And I was like, all right, I never really got into it. So he got me to get a bottle of Weller's Special Reserve, and I really liked it. So I said, all right, what should I try next? He said Eagle Rare. I think many people have heard this story. I got the worst bottle of nail polish, acetone, Eagle Rare anybody's ever had. And I didn't buy another bottle of bourbon for like a year and a half. Until he came over one day and he's like, let me try that Eagle Rare. And I gave it to him, and he's like, this is the worst bottle of bourbon I've ever had.
Mine was Willet Pot Still.
Oh God. Oh.
Okay,
that was my first one.
It was Ben's opportunity.
That's bourbon
Time out.
go-to
Okay.
bottle chug bottle.
Time out. So I found out when I went to Willet in February, they changed the mash bill on Willet Pot Still.
To piss and shit, because that's what it tastes like.
No. When was the last time you tried one? It was over a year ago, right?
Yeah.
They changed it from a low rye mash bill that nobody liked to it's now a weeder.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Hey,
It's
real
not
quick.
the greatest thing you ever drank, but it's not bad.
Yeah. I want to comment real quick on Young. I saw you say something about wine. I didn't want anyone thinking I was crapping on wine. I enjoyed a bottle of wine. It was the wine community. Like, you know, it wasn't so much wine. I mean, I like Silver Oak. I like Camus. And if you want a good Orange Swift Papillon, absolutely love that bottle. So I do like wine. I just don't, being in the community.
We just don't drink wine. Yeah.
We gave away hundreds of bottles of wine. We gave away our wine for bourbon. So.
Has anyone, I mean, I guess maybe you guys have, has anyone tried the Carter's wine?
Yeah.
I've been looking for a bottle and I can't find it here.
I've got 4 bottles.
So you can order it on I think wine.com has a couple of bottles, like 2 different bottles. That's it.
It's okay. It's not like earth-shattering wine. It's good wine.
Oh, bourbon's gonna bottle chug.
Just support them.
Bourbon
What's
and
that?
The likes would be missing out if they didn't see a bourbon bottle chug.
There has to be at least one Willet bourbon
Oh, I
bottle.
would chug some. It's just got to be a near empty bottle.
Okay, so the secret to the so if I'm not mistaken, the secret to the new Willet bottle is that there's no stickers on it. It's all embossed or etched into the glass.
Everything has to be embossed other than the Willet logo. If there's any stickers and it's not etched into the glass, leave it on the shelf or do the store a favor and knock it off the shelf.
Okay, but how big of a taste difference is there? Because that's like, yeah, but he's obviously drank it.
That big.
So because that was like a disgusting bottle.
Oh my God, that's a chug.
That's a chug.
Yeah, it's like 80 proof though. Come on.
It's 2 a.m. there. Whatever.
94 proof.
What's
Oh,
up,
wow.
Pat? I've seen that Clay's book before.
What is your real name?
Blends.
Well, and he's chugging the blend.
Oh God.
His real name is Whiskey Shitz. It's really weird.
It's Adam.
It's
Thank you. Thank you.
Adam, yeah.
So, Dan and Julie,
Yeah.
as wine drinkers, right?
No.
Previous wine drinkers, right? You drank wine before.
I drank alcohol.
Well, Dan,
Anyway,
so Dan, when you're talking like wine, right?
yeah.
Somewhere in the wine world, moving to the bourbon world, did you find that being a wine person helped you in your bourbon experience?
Really, like we were never exclusively wine. I mean, I used to like drink cocktails and stuff. And I've drank, like I said, I've been drinking whiskey since I was old enough to drink. So I never didn't drink whiskey. So even when I drank wine, I would just be, hey, with dinner I'd have wine, I'd have my whiskey after. So I don't know that it helped, or I do think switching from drinking any white wine to drinking room temperature red wine, probably so, because that's very similar to drinking your red wine out of the bottle versus drinking your whiskey at room temperature. I do think there's a lot of similarity between opening a cab or a Merlot, versus opening a fresh bottle of whiskey. You're getting some room temperature is what makes it taste good.
Well, and I think the other thing that, like for me, right, when you're talking about old vine and new vine, you start talking about a totally different complexity that happens in the wine world that like transfers over to the bourbon world. And when you deal with that, I'm just curious on your take on that.
I guess the reason it is for me is like for as much bourbon as I drink, like I don't spend enough. And I actually want to do something with Julie. We talked about I want to do something with Julie. That sounds funny. At 2:00 in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, I was talking about I want to do a tasting thing where I don't spend enough time.
They're going to delete
Anyway,
this video.
I don't spend
tomorrow.
enough. I don't spend enough time.
We're going into that territory.
Drinking. Okay, I know what I enjoy, but I honestly don't spend a lot of time dissecting why I enjoy the bourbon. So like, I suck like doing a blind sometimes because I'll know like, hey, what my favorite bourbon is, and I love it. But then when it's up in a blind, I didn't spend enough time thinking about why I love that bourbon so much and what note it was. So when it served me in a blind, it like takes me a while. And I was that way with wine too. I knew what I liked, but I didn't spend any time. Hey, why do I like this? And why don't I like it? And we were actually talking about it. I was like, okay, I'm going to get a turkey. I'm going to get a Heaven Hill. I'm going to get, Buffalo Trace. And you and I are going to sit down and we're going to spread these out and we're going to take some time. But then I'm like, I don't know, maybe that'll ruin my drinking experience because that's not how I've been 30 years.
I don't think it will, right? Because I know that one of the things I always spend time with. So like I do, like YouTube was just something I enjoy. My real job, other than like actual work, is like I spend time helping people understand. I do tastings, I do corporate tastings, I do a lot of different stuff. It's not, and I usually like have this catch for people that are just like entering in and have like a taste profile. I was like, okay, it's not what you like, but why do you like it? So that someone can make that's lower than you guys. Make an educated decision when they go to, hey, I'm going to go buy something, but I know that I like this because of X.
Absolutely.
It helps you to understand that if I'm going to drop money on something, I find that I'm a weeder, and I'm not, but someone would be. They're not out there wasting money on something that's a rye.
A good point.
I think it's so important to understand why do I like something.
But I agree and I disagree because I think like whiskey is kind of complex and that you can find weeders that suck and you can find weeders that you really like. So just
all right, let's talk about complexity.
Like I appreciate it
caramel,
when
rye,
yeah,
oak,
yeah,
caramel, rye, oak.
Yeah, Tim
Oh,
Evans
wait.
loves my joke.
Here's some butterscotch, some cream.
Whiskey tubers are always like, "Oh, do I smell caramel and
And
vanilla?"
you forgot to name the 7 spices that you've never tried in your life. And you
That's
don't know.
right.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that
the
some
fruits that you've never had, or the flowers you've never seen.
Is that cardamom? Is that cardamom?
Loquats in this?
Wait, is that cardamom?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, okay, what's that?
No, that's
so I appreciate
I'd
it,
be better off not doing that. Listen,
But-
I'm not new. I've been doing bourbon since 1998. That's not new. I'm just sitting there saying like, hey, listen, let's explore your palate and figure out what you like.
So I did appreciate Dan when he was on ADHD's stream when you did that. I can only imagine what I hate. Like, I mean, I love giving away whiskey, but I hate the process of shipping whiskey. But like that was,
You mean hand delivery.
Ask Bourbon. Yeah, he completely agrees. But
I have probably 30 bottles that have to go out right now.
yeah, but I loved when Dan was like, "Look, the notes might escape me. Like I don't know what, like necessarily, but I know what I like."
Yeah.
And so I appreciated that.
Well, you know, it's funny during that stream, like obviously I got carried away and everything I said I wasn't going to give samples of. The few bottles that were excluded, I ended up giving doubles or triples away. And I do think it was fun. It's rare for anyone to see me, Julia. I'm a bit of a control freak and my desire for control is greater than my desire to be drunk. And so like, it's very rare that I get like that, like I was. But you know, the next morning, I didn't care about how many bottles we gave away, but we didn't think about how many boxes we had to buy, how much we had to wrap. And Julie's a perfectionist, so nothing's going to go out that doesn't have a perfectly written label, any of you that received it, that the box is packed where like bomb proof, even though it's just a sample. Not that we ship those out or anything, but they're but like it's samples, so I don't care, it's not bottles, but they're like, I mean, you're talking the UPS bill is like $700 and something just for UPS, and then not counting the boxes, not counting all this, and you know, it was 100 and something samples. We posted a picture of our entire counter covered with bottles and boxes. But the good news was it raised a lot of money for Matt and
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
you want to know the
awesome.
best? Actually, I would say I don't know if that was the best part or some feedback we got from like, okay, I gave someone we ended up only giving it ended up being like 5 bottles of whiskey if you spread it out. But we got comments back from people who said that our sample, and we take this for granted, and you guys do too, because you all drink good stuff. We got comments from people that said our sample bottle was being saved for like their 18th anniversary or their graduation from something, and that sample bottle that meant nothing to me, right? I was pouring samples, I didn't even think about it. Right. But we actually got so much feedback from saying this is awesome. My wife and I decided to drink this next anniversary, or we're going to hold this for New Year's. You know, and sometimes because we meaning you guys and us, like we drink so much stuff, like you take for granted that to some people, this is like, hey, this is a once in a lifetime sip here.
Yeah. Some people have never had the opportunity to get a BTAC and just, that ability to get a sample.
OSC, Jesus.
My 50-year birthday bottle is a 24-year-old Hirsch.
Oh, wow.
That's not going to crack until I turn 50. And that's a $6,000 bottle of whiskey.
So that's what next week?
Wasn't that like 10 years ago?
I was going to say, wasn't that like
saying, how can I turn 50 before you, man? Julie turned 50 way before us, so we don't got to worry about it.
I have
right. Julie's only been drinking for 5 years, damn it.
I'm pretty sure
she's been drinking.
Maybe
that's why she looks like that at 53 years old. Because she hadn't drank.
Jason was about to blow our minds.
I'm pretty sure that like I turned 50 first, right?
Yeah, hold on. Jason was going to blow our minds. Go, Jason.
I was?
Yeah. I heard you saying something, and like we all talk way too much, so go.
No, I'm good.
I didn't mean to put all that pressure on you, buddy.
When Jason talks, everybody listens, even if he doesn't talk much. It's like if he talks, everyone's going to listen.
So, by the way, the significance of that is that Hirsch was barreled the year I was born.
Yep.
So that's why that's such a special bottle for me.
I didn't know they were like used glass way back then.
Yeah. They did. I said barreled, not bottled.
So wait, it
fair
was
enough. Yeah.
So it
Good
was
point.
it was it was barreled in 74. You said
correct.
So wow, you don't turn 50 for another freaking 3 years,
That's right. So
and
that
you have
bottle sits there.
and you have 17 kids. How does that happen?
8 kids,
ladies, man.
I think
that is shocking that you have 8 kids.
And I think I look
and
I think I look old for my age. Shane, you're up there. With
Well, I did
hey,
that
look
too.
what Julie got me. No, I keep saying Julie bought me. Seems like everything but you don't work, but she is a nurse.
I did work.
But anyway, this is this old fits.
Yep.
My birthday is in a week.
Whoa,
Happy birthday. This is 1971.
Yep.
My birth year.
Nice.
Dude.
So
75.
Congrats, dude.
There was some digging there.
Julie got me this bottle. Thank
They
you,
didn't
Julie.
make whiskey.
She's
when I
over
was
there.
born.
She's not paying attention. She's over there messaging Mike
I'm
Stahl.
messaging
That's what I said. She's over there
Actually.
messaging Mike Stahl on her phone. You know, just
Well, wait, Dan,
I haven't sent it
So
yet.
Dan,
Mike,
you
so don't
you
worry
got
about
you
it.
actually have me by a year.
Mike.
yeah.
then Dan.
Well, I got
know-
you by more than that.
She's
So-
3 years older than me.
Oh, you
You
know
don't
what?
have to say
Kudos
that.
to you guys.
But wait, Dan, don't you also have another bottle that was from the same year you were born too?
Yeah. So
Thanks, Stanley.
okay. So so Stanley knows this
Appreciate
story
that.
and he thinks it's funny. But so I got a bottle. Somebody showed up. Someone I do business with showed up at my house around Christmas and dropped off all these presents. And one of the things he bought was a bottle of scotch. He actually thought it was bourbon, but he said, "I got you this bottle. I found your birth year." Now I've never met him. I do a lot of business with him though, and I know the people in his company. So he owns a company, and he came by my house, and he drops off a bunch of Wagyu steaks and all this crazy stuff. But he hands this bottle, and it's a scotch from 1971, and he's like, "Look at this bottle. I found your birth year. Here it is. A great gift, especially for someone you've never met." And then so I was showing Julie the bottle, and I'm like, "Julie, look what this guy got me," and she doesn't show any excitement. She looks like irritated. And so after the guy left, I was like, "Dude, that's not like you. Like, why are you not excited about this bottle?" So she goes back to her closet, I guess, where she hides everything.
My
And
closet,
she comes
again.
running out with this bottle and goes, "Here," and just hands me. So this is how I got this bottle. Here. And I'm like, "This is December." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "This was for your birthday in May, but now you're going to think I just copied that guy's idea and found a bottle with your birthday. But I wanted you to know I had it first." So as upset as I wanted to be for her, I was freaking thrilled because I just got 2 1971 bottles. Like 5 minutes, you know,
Sounds like a win-win to me.
Yeah, I was trying to be like feel for her and everything, but I also was like holding one in each hand, going like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And the problem is like they don't realize how easily impressed we are.
Yeah, like,
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it
you would
takes
have been
that
like,
little
"Wow,
bit of
that's
that-
amazing." You weren't even comparing it to anyone else, but in her brain,
No, the problem is he doesn't realize how much work I put into trying to
For
find
sure.
that bottle, like months and months, and then that guy just shows up and takes it from me because it's Scott.
Steals your thunder.
Yeah,
And then Big League Bourbon says that his 50-year bottle is a 76 Seagram's whiskey that was 25 years old in 1976. And it's in a Tiffany bottle, a Tiffany decanter.
Stanley, got to give you credit for remembering everything.
I
That
can't
was
believe
from
you
frickin'
remembered
December.
that,
And
Stanley.
here's the scotch, by the way. I got this bottle of scotch. Thank you so
Nice.
much.
What's the with that?
You're showing?
That's what they're going to remember, though.
No way. That old Fitz
No,
will
that
be
old Fitz-
what we remember.
These are bourbon drinkers. They're gonna.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
honestly, Julie,
you
I
are
wish I
right.
could.
No idea what that's
I wish I could like zoom in on you instead of just your whole screen because that was a great look.
Well, the thing is, okay, so the thing that's okay about the other bottle that Dan has, it's a Gordon and MacPhail. It's a independent bottler.
Show it again, Dan.
It's a 71 independent bottling. What is from Gordon and MacPhail? So it's not like it's a they gave him like I mean it's a cool bottle. It's an awesome bottle. It's a
I don't
freaking
even
bottle
remember
for
what
your
the other
birthday,
one
but
was.
Way to kill the mood. Way to kill the mood.
Yeah.
Way to kill the mood.
The Fitz is
So,
awesome.
Stanley, we need to change your name to the
Stanley,
A-Bomb.
I'm in your
We're all
corner.
sitting there having a good time.
trying
You
to
walk
make-
in, boom, everybody's
Hey,
dead.
Jason,
I'm
Way to
trying
go.
to make Julie feel better. I'm trying to make Julie feel better.
Jason, I just
I'm
saw
in your corner,
I just saw
Stanley.
Jason Busey's comment about he's gonna remember about the Wagyu steaks more. It wasn't just any steaks. Now here's a guy I've never met. It was a Yeti, a giant Yeti cooler full of steaks. It was like 6 store picked bourbons from different places. But some of the steaks, there was this one he gave us. It was $300 and something a pound, and it was so marbleized. Like if you put it in your hand and you didn't, it would melt like in your hand. It was crazy.
A5.
Yeah, maybe I don't know enough about that. Julie likes it.
He's like, fuck this whiskey.
It was good.
Julie likes those
I
fatty
know.
steaks better than I do. Like I put ketchup on it.
And my guess is that old Fitz tastes way better than that fucking shit.
Yeah.
What
There you go.
distillery is that
It
one?
was good with Old Fitz.
The Gordon Emmett Phil. What?
Oh my God.
Since I'm trying to figure out what the hell that stuff even is, what
Um,
distillery is it from?
It
It
was
was what?
Dale Wayne or whatever it is. However you pronounce that. DALUAINE. I forget how to pronounce it.
Yeah, whatever.
Whoa, she's breaking out the readers. Here you go, old man.
I'll tell you a funny story, right? We're a member of the American Legion, me and the Gunny, right? The Gunny is older than all of us by a long shot. But they knew he was a bourbon dude, and someone passed away, and they said, hey, we know you like bourbon. Would you like some? And he's like, yeah. So they brought him the entire Whiskey Row of 1978, the year he graduated high school.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
Unopened in the
Wow.
box.
Holy smoke.
Wow.
Wow.
And guess what? He's probably going to die and never have it open. So it'll go like multiple dead people.
That's awesome. That's,
Oh,
such,
yeah.
that's such a sweet thing to say.
No, that's true.
I don't ever want something unopened
He's
when I
he's
die.
my brother, so I can say
Seriously.
it, you know.
It'll so irritate me if
Open
something's
that.
unopened when I die.
I've been trying to get him to open it. He just won't. He just won't do it.
Does he work?
Yeah, he's retired Marine Corps, retired from the college, retired. Yeah,
Does he
He's
leave
still-
the house?
well, he has. So the Gunny is like, so me and the Gunny, like I do my stuff, but my brother like lives a house away from me, and between us we have a lot. He was collecting since '78, and so it's like a weird thing, right? He has stuff. He has squat. So Dusty Dan wanted an antique 107 because he didn't have one, so I went and got one because we get them in Ohio pretty regularly. And my brother said, "Hey, listen, Dusty Dan needs to have like a squat bottle." And I was like, "Okay." So I gave him this, and we just sent it. Dusty Dan just got it. He's like, "Dude, you just gave me a squat bottle of antique." I was like, "Well, the Gunny has like that shit." He was collecting it before collecting was cool. So,
Right.
but
No,
he
when
is-
he leaves the house, you just need to go open it.
Oh.
That's what I did with him.
He did.
It
He
worked.
put, he, listen, he
I was
has,
like
more,
lining them up. Which one do I open?
he has more cameras than a Vegas casino. That's for sure.
I opened them.
If I could, I would. If I could, I would.
Yeah, I you're in a different situation, I guess, with your brother.
All my stuff.
No, like when you went and opened bottles, I would open them. When you
Yeah,
went-
he has bottles that are in the box from.
It's a little different for you. It's a brother.
We don't drink
I would listen. I would crack.
What's he gonna do?
I would crack them all, Joey. I would crack them all. But he,
I would put it on Instagram, like y'all vote. Which one do you want me to open?
Yeah,
We were
Stand
just-
at work.
We were just down to like, I like saving some because I like memories, right? And so I like to save like something for a special occasion. And we were down to like, we have one bottle that OFC to open for our anniversary, for our anniversary. It's like, we drank so now, I kind of like keeping a couple of things, but.
Well, I have one bottle that is like, it was originally, I originally got it because I thought it would be like this really cool thing to pass down. So I was at Fort Nelson, at Michter's Fort Nelson, when they very first reopened Fort Nelson. So I not only went there, I bottled mine, labeled it, did everything about it. Like the bottle, everything has it as I did it. I poured it, I bottled it, I did everything. And my son, when he turned 21 years old, my only son, developed pancreatitis. It was forbidden to have alcohol. I'm like, what do I do now? I was like, I always thought I'd pass this down to my son, and he'd pass it to his. And so like now I have this Fort Nelson Michter's barrel strength, bottled by me, labeled by me. That's sitting out here that's never been cracked, and I'm trying to figure out like, what do I do? Do I wait like 18 years and figure out if my grandson can drink or not?
Yeah.
I love you, Jason.
I can't figure out what to do with it.
Do you have a daughter?
I have 3 of them.
Okay, well, your son-in-law or your daughter.
They don't drink bourbon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna train my grandson. I swear to God. I literally am just like working on.
Once he turns 16.
I just gotta stay alive long enough to crack it with one of them.
Adam's about to go down. I'm about to go down.
On that
I'll
note,
catch you guys later.
Yeah.
Mike, Adam, thanks for having me on. I really
Just thinking about Swag Stream.
Later,
Mike,
Later.
we totally appreciate you guys coming to join. You are welcome anytime at the pub. Livewire Whiskey. We totally appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, thanks. Your
Yeah,
first
we
time,
love it.
your
Like,
first
you guys
time
were-
joining us.
Are you guys shutting it down?
Yeah, we're gonna shut it down.
All
I think
right.
for the night. We'll,
Yeah, I gotta get it 2
we'll
hours.
shut the stream down. Anybody that wants to stay in, is welcome to. But
Thanks for having us, Mike.
Ben, it's been me.
I wanted to say thank you guys for doing this for me for this week and next week. I'll try to jump. I don't know what's the schedule. I got off a little early tonight. That's why I was able to get on. Hopefully next week, same thing. But I do appreciate the fact that I asked you guys.
So real quick, Sunday we're gonna do giveaways, bottle giveaways. Just so you know, we have a couple of bottles to give away. And then next week, Swags, we haven't talked to you about this, but we have offered.
We're giving away your whole collection.
We've offered up Livewire whiskey to Women of Whiskeys.
Yes, I was on the stream the other night.
Okay, so we have. So it might be ladies' night only on the stream. So all the guys will check
cool.
out, and ladies will be able to join as necessary. I need to talk to Jason because we might ask him to see if he can cut out a little bit early. Just so that the East Coast ladies don't have to stay up quite as late to be part of it. But
Sure, I can do that.
yeah,
Buy them drinks.
but we'll talk to Jason. It might be maybe it's shorter stream for the ladies, but yeah, that's been offered up. So if they choose to do that, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let them have it, and they get to run the pub however they want. So anyway,
That's cool.
we appreciate everybody coming. We want the lady. Hold on.
Baby's got back.
He did a portrait of me.
So I will,
black guy
say
next to it.
something. So I did talk to Women of Whiskeys, and there's like a pretty good chance. She reached out to me. We may be doing Fire Friday on Instagram. So I do a Fire Friday thing that I've been off on 2 weeks because I was traveling. So Instagram, Women of Whiskeys. We might do like just an Instagram plug. We're just sitting by the fire. I do a Fire Friday, which is just chilling out. So she reached out to me after Stan said something earlier. I hadn't heard back. She said something. So that might happen. I'll send something out, but on Instagram, there might be a Fire Friday Women of Whiskeys. Just getting them onto the Instagram channels and understanding, there are different channels. I think YouTube is way better. There's a lot of haters on Instagram, which sucks. You don't have haters here, but there will be
more control on here.
There will be a Fire Friday on. I'll put it on Instagram for Bourbon Battalion, but it'll probably be that happening.
Shameless plug. Julie, check your text
Not
message.
for me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, who is that?
We love everybody that was here watching. We appreciate everybody sticking with us. The likes, thank you so much for being here.
It was fun.
You guys are legendary in the community, and we really appreciate everything you guys do for all of the streamers.
Yep.
We're stupid.
Thank you. And Shane, I don't just send my wife's cell phone to anybody, so you're special.
Look, I am humbled.
Crazy, sending
I
him
am humbled. Did she at least share the birthday song I sent her?
Yes. Anyway, Mike, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but thank you.
No,
Mike,
you're good. You're good.
honestly, thank you for having us, man.
This, and we always say, Adam and I talk about this isn't our channel as much as it is the community's. So we appreciate everybody being on here and participating, and we love everybody. And we will see you Sunday night is our next.
So what time Sunday nights are y'all on?
So we're on right after Klein.
10 p.m. Eastern, right?
So 10
Eastern,
10
Eastern, 8 Mountain.
Yep.
So.
And do y'all
Very
have
cool.
a Patreon yet?
We don't do Patreon just yet. We maybe at some point, but we're small, so we're just kind of more for you guys right now, and we keep it humble and easy.
It's fun. Listen, some of the best epic things I've ever done has been on Livewire.
Yeah, that's why we're doing the shirts, because it might be small, but we do some crazy stuff.
Listen,
or the people do.
I can't even tell you how many times me and Bourbon have shut down your stream.
Yeah, they've shut down our stream when Adam and I are gone.
And we're Eastern. We've literally been on at 4 p.m. Eastern after Adam threw off his shirt and flexed.
Is Adam even with us?
So
Oh,
Adam is a single dad.
He's flexing.
So he's a single dad. The guy, I don't know how he copes. He's got two kids that he's single dad on, and
This is my third straight night up past freaking midnight, thanks to you guys.
Adam is the
best midnight dude. I'm up with 3 little kids at 6 in the morning.
And he also sends out more samples than anybody I've ever seen.
Adam is the best dad mom in the entire YouTube family, by far.
Cheers, Richie Z.
Cheers, Richie Z. Love you, buddy.
Very cool. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you, guys.
We appreciate it. We're gonna kill it here.
Yep.
Good night, likes. Thank you for staying up till 2:30 in the morning.
No problem.
Love you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Stick around for a sec.
All right. Cheers.